Oh, shit. Watch your profanity. This is a crazy full moon. Full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. The moon is about to bust. The moon is getting super close. Uh, super moon. Moon is mad close. Emotions are running high. Oh my. It's Mr. Meyer with the fire, here to take the collective vibration higher. Fire family, how are you doing? Let me know in the chat. Chat, we're about to talk about the full moon in the sign of Aries. I got a lot to say. Okay. And we're going to go through all 12 signs for your chart. And I'm going to be the center of the solar system with my Leo ass. Oh, yes. I like it this way. Okay. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back to the temple. Oh, yes. I'm feeling some type of way right now. I'm feeling froggy. I might leap. Hey, eclipse season has been intense. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like it's either mog or get mogged. And I refuse to get my ass kicked by the universe. So I've been whooping ass lately, y'all. And it feels good. But hey, if you're on the receiving side of that shit, let me know. Motherfuckers be getting mogged by these giant frogs. I mean, planets. What? Let me tell you about the lunar cycle, just so everybody's on the same page. Because this right here, this thing that I'm like stuck in the material universe. Fuck, bro. I want to leave sometimes, man. Fuck. These transits can suck my fucking dick. Damn. This is the full moon that we're going to see on Thursday morning. So, witches, spell casting bitches, I would really suggest that you get your spells off on Wednesday night, just so they're spinning. And by the time you wake your ass up on Thursday morning, you've already got that metaphysical leverage. Let me grab a beverage. I'm drinking out the chug jug, y'all. What you sipping on? I got the orange juice. Oh, shit. I just had a V8 energy. I'm tweaking, fam. Feels good. But the full moon is the full goon. Welcome to the Goon Cave, Fire family. Oh, fuck. What am I talking about? Every 28 or so days, we go through the whole lunar cycle. That's how long it takes for the moon to go around the whole earth. Oh, shit. And lunar cycle, lunar cycle. The moon begins at new, and that's like the empty cup. And then as the moon waxes up for the next 2 weeks, we build up to the full moon. And it's like, shit, I can't even feel anything else in this cup. So you got to pour out the cup. Full moon breaks, 2 weeks of waning back to new moon. Do you see what I'm saying? Have you guys looked at the moon? I hope I'm not the first one to tell you that there's a moon on our planet's orbit. Big ass rock flying through the sky. And I guess, there's conjecture, there's conspiracy, there's speculation that maybe the moon doesn't even exist. Maybe the moon landing was staged. Maybe we fabricated all that shit. Who knows, man? I guess the only way to know is to touch grass and build a SpaceX rocket, get your ass up there, fuck around and find out. But in any magnitude, gang, that's the physics. The metaphysics would suggest that when it comes time for the full moon, there is something to release out of our lives. Okay? And this would be exemplified by the sign of the full goon. And I'm going to use the annotations. Check it out. Oh my goodness, bro. I've learned a lot of things about Zoom, which I'm recording on. I like the box. Oh, yes. I like the box. So this is our full moon in Aries. And you'll know that it's a full moon because the moon is opposite the sun. We are sitting here smack dab in the middle of the chart on Earth. And that's the only reason you're going to be able to see the full glow of the moon because the sun is looking directly at it. It's like, so what are we releasing? What are we letting go of? It's the energy of Aries. That's because the sun is in Libra. So shout out my Libras. I hope you're doing beautiful. Even if you aren't a Libra, you have Libra in your chart. So I'm going to explain this full moon for everybody. Then we're going to go through all 12 signs. And I might pull a couple cards. I might. pull a couple cards. I say that like I'm uncertain. I got the cards right in front of me, gang. I'm gonna do that shit. I'm letting you know now. So we'll go through the houses, we'll go through the cards, we'll see what it's given. And I set the intention to provide you the most meaningful information that I've got right now. The important thing about the moon that's full is beyond giving you an opportunity to release. Like I said, we start the waning phase after the full moon. This also gives you an opportunity to be fulfilled in a certain energy. All right, let's talk about it. What is the Aries energy? Aries is cardinal fire. It's the first sign of the zodiac. This is about life, the will to exist. It's about energy. Oh, yes. The zodiac wheel, for real, is a reference to the totality of consciousness on Earth. And that's just something to think about. Let that sink in for a second. Archetypes, universal experiences. What's the first thing everybody does in life? Exist, just vibe out. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's Aries energy, right? So Aries has everything to do with your life force energy. It has everything to do with your individuality. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. And when you look at the full moons or the new moons or any celestial event in astrology, you want to check the planetary ruler, fire family, because it's going to give a lot of information about what the hell is going on. And Mars rules Aries. We have Mars in the sign of Cancer. And I think I'm going to switch the color of the annotations today because let's go blue. Blue feels good. Yeah. We got Mars in Cancer. We got the moon in Aries. So the moon and Mars are actually a mutual reception. And what that basically means is that the moon is in Aries house, all right? And Mars is in the moon's house. And I say house, but I mean sign. So it's like you were trying to go see your friend at the park, but they're on this side of the town and you're on that side of the town. But since you're buddy, you're like, yo, can you go run into my house? And my mom will let you in because she knows you and go grab my fucking video recorder. And since I'm closer to your house, I'll go to your house and your auntie's going to let me in. I'll grab your picnic blanket and I'll grab those sandwiches from your fridge and we go meet at the park. It's like they're in different areas, they're on different places, but at the same time, because they're both swapped, they can help each other out. This is also called mitigating sympathy in astrology. And the funny thing is, like, there's nothing good or bad about any full moon or really any transit, but there are dignities and traditional places where planets would be more congruent with the energy of the sign and less congruent as well. And let me just say right quick, guys, Mars fucking hates Cancer. And if you want to know exactly why in great detail, go check on the description why Mars hates Cancer. I have a video link below and I will show it to you. And I am a Mars and Cancer person. All right. And it's a beautiful thing. Again, it's not a good or a bad thing, but that's the dignity. Mars is in its fall in the sign of Cancer. So Mars like, help, help. I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm having chest pain. Straight up. It's too real. Like the language of astrology is too literal. Mars is pain a lot of times. Cancer is the breast. It's like, I'm having chest pain, bro. Oh shit. All right. So the thing about Mars that you really need to understand before Cancer is that Mars is our drive, it's our power, it's our ability to assert ourselves within this world. Yes, it is. This is our impulse, our instinct, and our desire. And this video comes from Mr. Meyer with the fire, I might add. And we down bad. Down so bad, we up good. What's good, gang? Oh man. So let me just say this, guys. Aries energy, Mars energy, Cancer energy, it's all about committing to your path. It's all about individual purpose. Energy levels are going to be quite the focus. One interesting thing about this moon is that there's a square aspect, and I will move my beautiful ass out the way for a second just so you can see this with a little more clarity and detail. Squares. I mean, that's the geometry. You really have the full moon creating an axis within the chart, but then the Mars becomes the fulcrum. It's about 90 degrees between both of these. Very interesting, okay? Square or 90 degrees is a very tense aspect. It creates friction. I postulate the mutual reception, that mitigating sympathy might take the edge off of some of this, but the moon is straight up edging, guys. So it's like you're gonna have to get with the program. Do I get demonetized for being gross? We'll fuck around and find out. All right, but in any magnitude, Mars becomes the focus of the moon for like three reasons. And I think I've already given it to you. But this is just going to say, gang, what we have to release is anything that's lowering our energy levels. What is it? Are you staying up late on that motherfucking phone? Don't lie to me, bitch. I can see you through the screen. What the fuck? Start waking up on time. But Grandpa, I'm tired. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Get your ass up, jabroni. You eating those Doritos? When was the last time you touched a vegetable? Huh? Are potatoes vegetables? Probably. But come on, leafy greens, alkaline food. Get you some yogurt. Get you some strawberries. Get you some meat. Vegetables. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man. We left the hinges at the door. And the moon is square Jupiter right now, y'all. Like as I'm filming this, a couple days before the full moon. So I'm in a silly, goofy mood. And if this makes no sense, I am so sorry ahead of time, okay? But I'm not sorry. Because this is Moon Day Madness, man. I always got to post a video on Monday. So shit. Energy levels need to be considered. Don't drain your energy. Protect your energy, fire family. Super motherfucking important. And when it comes to Mars, let me tell you, this is all about focusing on the power of intention. If you take only one thing from this video, only one thing, remember this. If you, nah, fuck that. If we are intentional with everything in our lives, all of our intentions will manifest. Oh, yes. So we got to use our resources. We got to stop bitching. Hey, man, it's okay to complain if you're moving forward. If you're sitting there just wasting energy, like, well, my life sucks. You're being a baby, and that's Mars and Cancer energy. Stop, aka Mars, being a baby. Cancer. Stop being a fucking baby. All right? It's okay to cry. I cried today. I cried hard. But you know what? I hit that hard ass ground. I did my push-ups. Didn't even want to fucking do them. But I made that agreement to myself. And the strong got to get stronger. Yes, sir. All right. And you got to be intentional with your life. You're on this worldwide web of knowledge, gang. I don't know what your goals are. All right. That's the first thing I should say. But when it comes to today's day and age, we have too much resource, too much information to have excuses within our lives. Intellectual property is the most valuable resource we have. You can learn how to do anything just through the willpower and curiosity alone, man. So if you don't know how to reach your goals, you either didn't set goals or you are distracted as fuck. Okay. I've also heard it said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and Rome wasn't built in a day. So we better get to stepping on these O's. I'm talking March. I'm talking boom, 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 Aries energy. You know, that was good. If somebody got the pun, let me know with the fire emoji in the chat. That shit was good. That was heat. All right, blessed be. Anything else to say? Sun square Mars, it's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to want to fight. It's okay to want to assert yourself. But, here's the key to sovereignty, guys. Rule your own damn kingdom. Don't let anybody rule your kingdom, and don't try to rule anybody else's kingdom. Y'all are on my corner of the internet. So you got to take some of this tough love. For real, it's just kind of what comes with the territory here. But this is my kingdom, man. So here's what it is. Also, we got Mars square, no, I'm sorry, Mars opposite Pluto. That's just gonna say we got this cardinal cross. Oh my goodness, fire family. Pluto just went direct. And this is a really important theme. The universe is crossing motherfuckers into the shadow realm, dude. Oh shit. And it's the square to Pluto, you could say Sun square Pluto, Mars or Moon square Pluto. Kind of same thing with Mars square the moon and the sun, is that this is about evolution being our only solution, transforming being required. And this message comes from Mr. Meyer. Oh, yes. And it's not always easy to become your best version. Pluto is power, guys. Pluto is a very far out planet in our solar system. And it's very enigmatic and obscure and kind of hard for people to wrap their brains around until they really take a lot of time to look at it and study it and feel it, okay? Pluto actually represents the soul. And matter of fact, guys, most people are not aware of the soul. I postulate the longer we live in our society and evolve collectively through the mental realm and spiritually, we'll get more and more aware of this increasingly as time goes on. But at this point, man, you got to know that a lot of people are just not sure if they're coming or going, or they don't recognize they co-create their life. Pluto is making a sextile to Neptune. And frankly, this has been a thing we've seen for a couple decades. So what I'm saying is that like a lot of these humans are waking up to the fact that we actually create our lives through our conscious awareness, through our power, through our decisions. The opposite would be like, no, I don't create my life. I was born here. I didn't choose to be born. I didn't choose to be part of this government, but I got to get with the program. I will say survival's always been a challenge ever since the dawn of time. But it's this idea of like life is hard, everything happens to me. Woe is me, the little bitch, right? So let's not assume that identity of the little bitch or the victim or the person who has life happen to them, okay? You create your life. And I want to just be very clear about this Pluto square. Square the sun, square the moon. By definition, all of us get to have an average life because we are all people and life is good. So what that means is everybody by definition, by average, by aggregate gets to have a good life. Even if you have a bunch of bullshit, trauma, trial, tribulation happen to you, life is still fucking good, gang. But it takes work, it takes pressure, it takes tension, it takes intention to live a great fucking life. And that's what this Pluto square is about. Square the sun, square the moon. This says that you have to give your character, the sun, the chance to evolve, Pluto. And this might be hard. All right. And I could give you a million reasons for it based on the archetypes, based on this language. The first is Libra energy. You know, maybe you want to be related to. Maybe you want people to see you. Maybe you want to be nice all the goddamn time. Maybe you conform into the box that society has you in and you want to be understood by everybody. But all these, I don't want to say all these because that's exaggerated, but a lot of these jabronis are asleep at the fucking wheel. You want to be liked by these people that don't even like themselves? People are living average, good, or bad lives, and you're destined for greatness and you're waiting for them to applaud for you. They can't even see you, bro. You might be eons ahead of these bitches. You might be epochs ahead of these bitches. All right. And also another thing, you know, this could go extreme on the Capricorn level. You know, you may need to humble yourself. You may think you're the GOAT. You may think you're on top of the fucking world, but you might not have done any real fucking work also. So the ego's got to transform. That's what this square is talking about. Pluto square the moon is one of the most interesting things in astrology, guys. I will say. And there's a book called, and I'm going to write it on the screen, The Hades Moon by Judy Hall. Amazing book written about, I can't even see the text, bruh. You can hear what I said. The Hades Moon by Judy Hall. It's written about the moon and Pluto aspects in astrology. And you have the moon, which is the fastest body, and Pluto, which is damn near the slowest one. I say damn near because there are planets past Pluto. Most astrologers do not use them. But at the same time, this is how multi-generational issues get worked through interpersonally, through the family, through society. Moon Pluto, basically. That's the language right there, guys. So the moon square Pluto is also a different dimension than the ego transformation. And I will just say back to the sun square, the Pluto thing, I will just say that this is kind of like the recognition that you are special and you are destined for greatness, but at the same time, you ain't shit, jabroni. You're not special. And you're probably going to live an average life. And this is hard to hear. But at the same time, if you don't like that, go prove me and the universe wrong and go fucking be great. Okay? I'm going to be frank, guys. I'm a Libra moon. And what that means to me is I always want to be nice by nature. I've had a hard time accepting negative reinforcement and giving it out. But it feels like this is one of those times where I just have to give it to you. All right. So please make something work with it. This is like bullshit. It's like fertilizer. It might not taste good when you put it in your mouth, but we got to grow some fucking crops, man. We got to eat. We're hungry as fuck, aren't we? If we're as hungry as we say we are, we're going to fucking eat. We're going to work. We're going to focus. We're going to get the work done. Okay. But let's talk about the moon square Pluto now. This V8 got me tweaking, yo. I'm kidding. Am I? I think it's the Holy Spirit that got into me, man. All right. The moon square Pluto, man, means opening your goddamn heart, processing your emotions, doing your shadow work, taking your moon, your feelings, and going to the deepest bottom of the pool, right? Facing your shadows, facing your traumas, unmasking your demons. And let me just say it this way, man, with emotions being intensified, moon, emotions, Pluto intensified. The desire to escape our feelings is going to be higher now more than ever. Okay. So it's just going to be important that you feel your feelings. Sounds redundant, doesn't it? No, it isn't. Because this is the time where we may be inclined to numb, to suppress, to project, to escape, to smoke, to drink, to flick that shit away. And that's not going to be healthy. No. Open the goddamn heart. And hey, brace for one more time. Ruled by Mars and Cancer. Don't be a fucking baby. You can cry in the car, man, but we got to get there, okay? And you can comfort yourself, the inner child within. It's okay to be a baby, but you got to be strong in this world. Why? Because only the strong survive, much less thrive. Come on now. I love you, Fire Family, and I hope you can feel the love through this passion, through this energy. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't make this goddamn video, okay? I'm not here to show my ass. I could be on a fucking forklift making all the money I need to get my bills paid and to live a meaningful life and to get by, you know? But I do this for the world, for real. I know I'm a Leo. I know I'm lit, but this is about us, gang. So we just had a new moon in the sign of Libra a couple weeks ago. So as I go through each sign, I'm going to go double chart. I'm going to buy a wheel and we're going to go through each sign. So you'll be able to see where the new moon hit and where the full moon is going to hit. I'm going to pull 3 cards for this full moon just to see what the general energy is beyond this. Other thing I want to say, gang, is that the North Node is in the sign of Aries. We've already been talking about the sign of Aries, but this just says commit to your personal growth and development. Go your own path, as opposed to what, Mark? The South Node in Libra, giving a fuck about everybody's feelings and what everybody has to say and being relatable or doing things with people. Drop the buddy buddy syndrome, go your own path. It's cool to collaborate. We get way more done with a unified effort than an individual one, but still, if you're waiting for others to push you towards purpose, man, wait for the rest of your life. Okay. I said this before with Moon Pluto square, but also pay attention to the circle with the moon. The moon is conjunct to Chiron, and gang, that is about healing our wounds. This is about genuinely feeling and healing. And it's time to make sure we're using our resources metaphysically, make sure we're meditating, make sure we get enough physical exercise, make sure that we are stretching, eating good food, touching grass, getting therapy, talking about our emotions, doing what you need to do to heal, not to numb and suppress. I got the 7 of Wands, which says life is a fight, guys. Let me show it to you. You feel me? So stand up and fight for yourself. You might have to do it alone, and that's beautiful. Because the test of resilience is here. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You got the Hangman for this full moon energy. Spirit says hang in there because there's some crazy shit going on, man, in the universe. And when you feel restrictions externally, sensory deprivation, you know, you get locked inside. You can look inside of yourself and realize Neptune energy, what it is you want to create. What is the universe pushing you towards? Got the 7 of Swords in reverse too. And this tells me to abstain from negative energy, protect your energy, avoid liars, avoid people that suck. Gang, I'm going to keep it a buck. Mars in Cancer is difficult as fuck for people because manipulation. I'm going to just jump to it so oblique, but elaborate now. It's about the desire, Mars, to be connected with others, Cancer, to get close. And this means very strong emotional desires that are sensual and deep. But this also means that, you know, with Cancer being a feminine sign, a water sign, we would seek during this time to have our needs met indirectly or subtle manners of assertion would be really the baseline. And I have seen a lot of people trying to manipulate motherfuckers. So watch out for it, man. Don't buy into the fucking guilt. Don't buy into the victim mentality. Oh, woe is me. I need you to do something for me because I'm suffering. Say fuck your feelings to this person. I don't fucking care. Go cry about it. I've seen this shit too many fucking times. I'm not going to name names as well, but it's like even people in my personal life who probably watch this video. I've told you to fuck off 10 fucking times. Leave me the fuck alone. You don't want to get busted up by the universe. Just leave me the fuck alone. Just respect my boundaries. Seriously. And you got to stop letting shit slide, Fire Family. People only press your buttons because you let it slide the first time, and the second time, and the third time, and they think they can get away with shit. One and done, man. And it's like, hey, you're cool. I just don't fuck with you. We're good. I got no problems with you. I just don't fuck with you. You don't got to give second chances, third chances. You only get fucked over because you gave 16 motherfucking chances. All right. So be honest with your emotions. Don't seek to manipulate other people. Don't seek to control or possess others. Worry about your goddamn self, but take no shit, Fire Fam. Take no shit. Motherfuckers lie to themselves and they would never take accountability from you. Straight up, man. This Mars energy got me hot. I can only hit the heavy bag so fucking much before people gotta take accountability. Damn. I'm getting heated. Let's talk about the Aries rising. Is there anything else to say? I'm cooked. Yeah, 100%. All right, let me close this shit up. Because the full moon is going to hit everybody's houses differently, man. And the full moon really is just saying, release the obstacles in your life. Commit to your path. Know that karma is real. Reciprocity is real. If it does harm to nobody, do what the fuck you want to do, Fire Family. That's the message. That's the virtue. Those are the principles, truly. You know, and you definitely have to think before you act with this energy to make sure that what you're doing isn't causing harm to other people. Okay. Because the thing about this afflicted Mars is that while this is going to intensify drive and emotion, it is going to have this desire as well to have total fucking freedom. So what I'm just seeing within, and by the way, this Mars square the sun has been a thing for like the whole last week, a little bit past the whole week. So it's not new energy, even though it's the theme of the full moon. We've been feeling this for a second. It's this one for total fucking freedom, guys. And what that genuinely says is that a lot of people don't fucking care about the repercussions. They don't give a fuck if it's right for the world or not. So don't be like one of these assholes. Sovereignty, rule your own kingdom and don't try to rule anybody else's. But if somebody tries to rule your kingdom, don't feel afraid to slap them in their fucking mouth, physically or spiritually, or both. Protect your energy, man. That's really what I'm seeing. All right, I'm going to pull out the Aries card too, because this is the Aries chart. And of course, you can see it's Aries on the first. And like I said, gang, the wheel you're seeing, it's from the last solar eclipse on October 2nd, the last new moon in the sign of Libra. So you can, and also, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it, I did full horoscopes for each sign, and I'm going to link them down below. Okay. And you'll be able to see them all and go through every one of these houses and kind of get a better overview for the cycle because the eclipses are very intense. They show what's going on for at least the next 6 months. Okay. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely worth checking into. This is the Emperor card. This is Aries card. I'm going to pull it out right here. And let's see, we got the full moon in the first house, gang. So the first thing I'm going to say for the Aries rising people is that this full moon is a time of deep self-reflection. Sun in the seventh, moon in the first. Oh yeah, self-reflection. The sun is what you pay attention to, relationships, balance, harmony. And the moon says you're full of yourself. I mean, when is the Aries not? But it's time to check. Am I full of some good stuff or bad stuff? What kind of seeds have I been planting in my personal life? The release is in the personal life, the first house. And again, because this is the sign that the moon rules, I'm going to be very clear that what I've already said is going to be basically amplified and italicized for the Aries. So your energy levels are key. Exhaustion has to be confronted. You might need to sleep more. You may need to sleep better. You probably need to stop wasting your energy and time on shit that doesn't give you a positive return on your investment. And it's all a personal life reflection now. And you get Mars in the fourth house. What do you care about? What are you investing your energy in? Is it emotional patterns that don't serve you? Is it close friends and family that you need to have discussions with? Relationships are really key right here. The Aries chart is very interesting, guys. With Jupiter in the third, Uranus in the second, Mars in the fourth. It's difficult energy that the Aries are going through, man. So I just see you guys transforming. I see you going through a lot of evolution. If you're still listening to my energy, if this video is still on your page, by the way, I will say that I'm a very polarizing person. It's not about me once again, but I understand about myself because of the work that I do. If you have the stomach and the mind to hear what I'm saying right now, like you have not clicked off the motherfucking video, you're evolving like Optimus Prime. You are saying goodbye to all the bullshit. You probably can't even recognize who the fuck you are in comparison to who you were 6 months ago. Am I speaking to you, Aries? Does that sound about right? Because that's what I'm seeing. Shadowboxing demons, 12th house Saturn, Venus in the eighth. You've been really focused on what you want to manifest, focused on growing your power, focused on growing your wealth. But at the same time, I'd be remiss to say that you don't have some fear in you right now, that you aren't worried about the future or worried about the mistakes of your past. So ultimately, gang, this is about your personal glow up. And you could be very emotional around this time with the full moon in the first house. First card I get for you, Aries, is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And that just says that these changes you've been going through have been very difficult. But salute to you for making them and doing this sacrifice, regardless if it feels good or not. It's required. Okay. I love to see it. So attitude is super key for the Aries rising. Attitude is one of the things you can consistently control. A lot of the things outside of attitude are outside of our control. We can choose how hard we want to work and we can choose how we respond to life. I got the Three of Swords in your energy, man. No pain, no gain. So feel your feelings, man. Chiron in the first, moon in the first. This shit hurts. So let out that pain, man. Console yourself. Feel your feelings. Love yourself. Hug yourself. I got the Ace of Pentacles, though, man. And that just says money's coming. Stability's coming. Health is wealth. So if you're in debt to yourself, you can't buy shit, right? So this says that beyond money, beyond the material world, this is about you living a better life. This is about you building a better body. And I think some of y'all are already on this type of timing, but I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with y'all. Y'all need to really be on your fitness journey right now. Stop neglecting it. If your energy levels are low, it's because you are not working out. It's because you're not getting enough exercise. You're not moving your body. And then you're really falling into inertia and entropy. That's not good. That's not healthy. And it makes you feel like shit. So, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm telling you, man, the only way to grow is to raise your standards, do it one bit at a time. Thank yourself for the hard work you put in because a lot of days you're not going to want to do it, right? Motivation is fleeting, and that's why we need discipline. So that's the message I'm getting for you guys, Aries rising, is just stay disciplined, stay disciplined, stay disciplined. Your dreams are only going to work if you do. Cut the interference. If you cut off everybody that doesn't serve you, you might be a selfish asshole, but at the same time, if you really see through it to your purpose of contribution, you can afford to cut off all this liability. All right. But if it's just me, 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 without any concern for anybody, you might be on demon time, fam. For real. I just heard a screech in my head. It's like, that probably hurts to hear. I can't unsay it. You can't unhear it, dude. I'm sorry. You got to understand the assignment. Life is about contribution. We are the universe, after all, right? What does that even mean? Think about it. Let's get into the Taurus rising. I'm gonna find the Taurus card. Don't tell me it's on the bottom of the deck. I think I passed it. No, it was on the top. I passed it up. I was going so fast. Shit, that's a message in itself. It was literally the second card, and I went through the whole deck. All right, Aries. I love y'all so freaking much. Trust me, I do. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus. Oh my goodness. I bumped it up in the outer wheel. Okay, boomski. Taurus on the ascendant, full moon in the 12th house. Exactly right. All right, Taurus. Happy full moon. Happy full moon. Hope you're doing amazing. I know you will, if you have the will. This full moon is hitting your 12th house, gang. So this is really about chasing your dreams. Let's keep it 1,000. Chase your dreams, man. Dreams only work if you do. So the lunar eclipse that we had on October 2nd, it hit your 6th house. And it said it was really, this is a new cycle for you for the rest of the year, for a little longer than the rest of the year, going into next year. You're in this cycle of really figuring out what you want to do with your life, figuring out what kind of work you want to do, what service you want to provide for the world, and how you want to run your day, how you want to take control of your life. Okay. So I will say when the moon is full in water houses, like for you, the 12th house, it's common to see people being more sleepy, more tired, even feeling exhausted sometimes too. So you do really have to pay attention to your energy levels once again and seek more rest, but also not indulging in shit that deliberately drains you. Okay. The 12th house is the house of self undoing. So this is time for you to lay off the self sabotage, for you to stop fucking up your own life. You're like, where are these demons coming from? Where's the devil keeps trying to get me? You take enough time to look at the devil, you're like, oh fuck, it was me the whole time. Straight up. So quit complaining about shit that you can change, because you're your own biggest hater. Straight up. When there's no enemies within, there's going to be no enemies without, right? Right. And at the same time, you might be dealing with negative ass people in the world by committing to your path and purpose. You might have jealous people or haters. And I see Saturn in the 11th. It's like trying to find your place in the world isn't necessarily easy. When you want to build the future, some people say, no, get back in the crab bucket, get back in the past. And you got to step on these hoes and be like, bruh, if you tear me down, if you tear down everybody, nobody's getting out. Right. So this is a delicate line you guys are treading. It's like fighting for yourself while trying not to fight against other people. You're in competition with nobody, and that's really the secret to remember right now. Collaboration is key, but a lot of times you have to build the shit yourself. Don't wait for other people to build the dreams for you. I'm going to see what these cards are giving as well. You got to focus on your spirituality, Taurus. Focus on your daily spiritual habits. Make sure that you listen to your higher self. I'm going to say it two more times. This is seriously this important, guys. Focus on your daily spiritual habits. Focus on your daily spiritual habits. What do I mean by that? Grounding, meditation, eating good food, prayer, invocation. And it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Those last two kind of are crazy, man, because if you're praying and invoking, just hoping that the universe is going to wave its magic wand and you won't have to do any fucking work, you are lost. Lost as fuck. All right. You got to pick up your cross like Jesus and carry that bitch. Saturn, the 11th house in Pisces. What's the message for Taurus with the full moon in the 12th house? Seven of Pentacles. Be patient, guys. Keep planting the good seeds in the universe. Don't feel like you're a failure just because things aren't happening as fast as you want them to. Your dreams are loading. Okay? You got the sun energy in your current energy. So this is a very beautiful cycle, guys. I'm telling you, if you can leave that bullshit alone, what you do will support your luck and blessings at this time. Just avoid the self-sabotage, avoid the self-destruction, avoid the bad habits. A lot of y'all be going through it just like everybody else. This is Chiron in your 12th house, feeling spiritually wounded sometimes, feeling like having a hard time having faith, having a hard time having hope in the world. So you got to be strong, Taurus. You got to be strong, and you got to have faith in life itself. I got the Nine of Wands coming out here as well. It says this is a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Take your time, dude. You don't have to rush. We all got 24 hours, make the most of them, earn that sleep. Don't give up. That's really the simple message I'm getting for the Taurus rising is you have to focus on creative visualization. Know that you are the creator of your life. Can't emphasize it enough with the sun card. If you don't know this, or if you can't remember it, if it slips your mind, you'll seek to have somebody else create your life or have the Holy Spirit or the universe create it for you. And the universe the whole time is like, that was your job. That was the assignment. It's like you're on stage thinking that you're supposed to do sound design when they need you to be saying the lines. What? And then the whole movie got fucked up. So don't do that, okay, Taurus? You got to take action, inspired action. Your dreams are only going to work if you do. That's the message I got for you. I love you, Taurus. I appreciate you. Love yourself, gang. Venus is going through the seventh house of your chart very hard. You have to love yourself. This is a good energy because it makes you more social. It makes you more willing to connect. But at the same time, you may be overlooking your needs and responsibilities and putting them on others with the afflicted Venus in the seventh house. So watch out for that, okay? Let's go to Gemini rising and see what's going on for these hoes. Whoa. Let me get Gemini's card really quick. We got the lovers, and that's Gemini energy. Yep, lovers. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And Gemini, you guys have the full moon in the 11th house. Okay. What does that mean? Feeling fulfilled with your friends. Oh, yes. Being around good people, quality time with quality people. Feeling confident about your mission, your hopes, and your purpose. Oh, yes. Beyond this, feeling comfortable in your individuality. Sun going through the fifth house, moon going through the 11th house. Do you like you, Gemini rising? That's the real question. Can you enjoy your own time? Can you enjoy your own company? What do you want to create from your life? That's what the moon is asking you right now. You just had the new moon in the fifth house. And I posted that video not too long ago. You can check it out. It's linked below. The full moon is in the fifth house. I'm sorry, the full moon is in the 11th. The new moon was in the fifth. So this whole cycle is about you getting to create your life by your design. All right. And you definitely need to be indulging in your creative endeavors because if not, you're going to feel like something is lacking or you'll feel like you are not getting the love and the respect that you deserve. Meanwhile, it's you sleeping on yourself. Nobody could ever sleep on you. Only you could. Okay. Ooh, that shit's deep. That shit is really deep. And the one thing I really love about you guys' chart right now is that you have Pluto going through the eighth house. It's finishing up the eighth house for you guys. So then you'll go and Pluto in the eighth is actually very special because it's a deep arc of transformation, gaining your power. Sometimes that hurts. It feels like being dragged sometimes. But when Pluto goes in your ninth for the next 20 years, Gemini, you'll be in a generalized self-development arc, seeking to leave a meaning to life, live your life to the fullest, to be better. Saturn's also in your 10th. That's a very beautiful thing. The one thing I'm seeing that's kind of shit about this chart, two things. First one is Mars in the second house of Cancer. You guys win the award for the most afflicted Mars. And that could look like you're very tired, perhaps, very exhausted, or just very pissed off at the world, super fucking frustrated at everything and everybody. Hulk smash, man. And Venus in the sixth house of Scorpio. Most afflicted Venus award, like wah wah wah. You had the good Pluto and good Saturn, but your Venus and Mars are fucked up right now, guys. And you got to create your own love. You got to reach deep inside of yourself to create your love and joy. All right. Commit to your purpose. Expect more of you, expect less of other people, Gemini. That's what this one is really about. It's okay to have standards and boundaries. I actually recommend you have those. But at the end of the day, man, you'll get a lot further by expecting more of yourself and less of other people. And then you'll just automatically be too busy to let the bullshit into your life. Think about it that way. Think about it that way. So everything's going on in the 11th house for you guys. Full moon, Chiron, North Node. And this just says, think about the future, man. Think about your dreams. Think about being free. What is it going to cost you? What are you going to create to ensure that you get to win? That's really the message for you, Gemini. It comes in the form of a question. You better believe in your motherfucking self. Jupiter in your first house. I know there's a lot of energy going into your life, a lot to think about. You might be overthinking, but all you got to do is believe in yourself, or else your life is going to produce a lot of frustration for you at this time. I know that's true. You got the Magician in reverse, and this is also a Mercury card, Gemini energy. Magician in reverse says that you've been overcoming self-sabotage. You also might have had a lot of hating ass people in your life, a lot of people trying to manipulate and sabotage your path. But fuck them, dude. When you protect your purpose protects you. You're realizing that people are going to hate, and that's their motherfucking job because they're fake. And fuck them. I say fuck them. Bust down on these hoes, man. Some of you guys actually need to hear with the Pluto in the eighth, this full moon might be about hexing bitches up, right? If you have like think about it this way, man. Let's say you're at the park and you're eating a sandwich or a croissant or a pastry or just drinking a nice coffee and you get one of those big ass bull flies just biting your leg and you try to swat it and then it flies off and then it bites you on the fucking neck and then it bites you on the knee. And a lot of people say, no, turn the other cheek. Karma's going to take care of everybody. Some people are literally flies. Literally flies. Are you going to get bit 100 times? Or are you going to smack the bitch in the face? End the fucking fight. I will say, art of war, strategy without tactics, tactics without strategy. That's the noise before defeat. So what you need to do is keep building yourself up. If you're so engaged in the fight that you don't even build yourself up, you're damned to lose. All right. When you protect your purpose protects you. But don't be afraid to hit back. When you do like this is crazy shit, and I'm giving y'all like rules of engagement. Y'all thank me later, man. But when you do these hexes, bro, you don't say a goddamn word. You do them in silence, underneath the moon, at the altar, and you say fucking nothing to nobody. Let the cloud manifest and rain down hellfire. Nobody even needs to know that you did that shit. But you know, you flip some switches, let the energy fall into place. Straight up. A lot of healing, man, I will just say, because it's not all about war. It's about love too, but you can't have up without down, right? So I'm just seeing with the Aries, Chiron in the 11th, and the sun in the 5th, there's a lot to say about healing your inner child, to appreciate your individuality, to look at the parts where you were wounded first, where you were bullied and oppressed, and where you might reloop some of these traumas. Some of these people might not even be trying to hurt you. It might just be your past. But hey, I'm not here to rock you out of your mind or rock you to sleep. When you see a snake, call it a snake. When you see a spade, call it a fucking spade. Trust how people make you feel. All right. Some of you guys, I have to elaborate and deepen into that. Quit gaslighting yourself. People either make you feel good or bad, and it's not always your fucking fault. All right, you gain a lot by taking responsibility in every part of your life, but at a certain point, man, when people are negligent and they're bullies, and you just empath off of their negligence and their guilt, you start hating yourself and feeling bad about yourself for things that you don't do, and that's artificial guilt. All right, and I encourage you to take that shit out of your soul. Stop giving so much to people, man. Focus on yourself. That's your current energy. Six of Pentacles in reverse. And there's two things to say, man. Actually, a lot to say about this one. Are you actually trying to contribute to the world? Are you being selfish? If you're only out for yourself, you're going to attract selfishness in everybody, right? Oh my God, yeah, dude, wow, I know. It's fucking crazy. Like, I need the soundboard because that shit is like a light bulb. That's a mind-blowing moment. If you're only trying to serve your self-interest, all you're going to attract is people that are trying to eat off your plate, right? Exactly right. And I got the star card in reverse. This is the 11th energy, Aquarius energy in reverse, which just says, man, like, first of all, your dreams are only going to work if you do. And you got to work on embracing your individuality. Okay. You have to work on being a leader. And the crazy thing about being a leader is you can't go at this shit alone, man. You have to recognize that leaders love to employ the strengths of other people. That's what leading means, showing people the way. You can only lead people places that you've gone. So quit giving unsolicited advice, Gemini rising. And it's crazy because I'm talking to Gemini rising, but if you're watching this and you're not a Gemini, just know I'm speaking to Gemini rising, Gemini placements, everybody's motherfucking Mercury in third house is who I'm talking to. Stop giving unsolicited advice. Stop giving people advice unless you're the teacher. Unless you're in the room where people have asked for your help, stop giving people advice. When people want your help, they will motherfucking ask for it. Straight up. And that's how you know. Don't meddle in people's affairs. Lead yourself, lead by example. And when people ask, boom. You know, and I will say, as far as the internet goes, like, because this is Aquarius, the internet, some of you guys are hearing the calling from the universe, and you're like, nobody knows me. We all start in obscurity. Nobody's asked me to give my gifts. That's genuinely how, bro. Do you think anybody told me to become an astrologer before I did? No, the universe asked me to do this shit, right? So I had to build the platform and do it. And then I started attracting traction. And then people were like, okay, damn, now I got questions, right? I hope that went full circle for you guys too. I saw power on the bottom of the deck too. So step into your power. Be more gentle with your inner child. That's really what I want to say here, gang. I know I said at the beginning, don't be a baby. You can baby yourself a little bit. You guys seem to need it a little bit. All right. But at the same time, do keep your standards high and do increase those standards. Keep growing. The only way to grow is to increase your standards, gang. I cooked you, Gemini. I love you so fucking much. I'm going to move into Cancer because that's a lot to take in. All right, Ski. So I'm looking for the High Priest. No, I'm not. What's the Cancer card? It's the Chariot. I had to think about it for a second. Let's talk about Cancer energy. Let me drop this one down. Pull up the Cancer. Boom. Boom. Perfect. It's beautiful. We got Cancer on the rising. We got the full moon in the 10th house. So this is beautiful. In Cancer, I did post the update for the new moon in the 4th that you had a couple weeks ago. If you want to check it out, it's linked down below. The full moon in the 10th house is about taking the world by the horns and you saying, this is my life. I'm going to manifest what I want. This is about asking, are you fulfilled with your career? And if not, are you ready to change it? Some of you guys, it's time for the exit plan. The funny thing about this full moon in the 10th is like really answering your calling, especially with the North Node up here. Answering your calling, committing to your growth, committing to your purpose, and committing to your career. A lot of you guys are going to go fully self-employed. Not everybody, of course, because the world doesn't need everybody to be an entrepreneur, truly. But I see with Chiron in the 10th, this is about healing your relationship to authority. Like you may have a disdain for the world and the governing structures, or even your own direction feels like tyranny upon your freedom. So you don't even want to listen to yourself and you have to stop being recalcitrant. Like, why do you not follow your own directions, Cancer? There's a lot going on in this chart. I see Jupiter. The beautiful thing I'm seeing first is that, pardon me, you've got Jupiter in the first. I'm sorry, Jupiter in the 12th house. So this is saying the faith for you is actually pretty high. Even if you're not certain about where you're going right now, you do feel yourself connected to something bigger than yourself. And you do feel the higher powers within your life. Okay. And you're learning a lot spiritually. Pardon me. Sometimes that shit is confusing. So be grateful for the unanswered questions that you have. Because if you had all the answers, it wouldn't even be a test. Let that sink in. And also the beautiful thing I'm seeing is that you have Mars in the first house, which is actually very beautiful. And this is the time of stepping into your personal power, saying, Hulk fucking smash, man, I'm gonna cut out all the bullshit in my life. I'm gonna really lock the fuck in. I'm gonna take it serious. And it's time for me to be me. That's all I want to do right now is be my goddamn self as opposed to anybody else. Fuck Libra season. No shade to the Libras. I'm a Libra moon. But it's like, fuck Libra season. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm not here to please anybody. Venus and Scorpio. I'll kiss your ass if I want to, but that's my decision. That should be my prerogative, not out of a feeling of needingness. Not because you asked me to, because I fucking wanted to. All right. And you also got Uranus in the 11th house, which is actually very beautiful. So this tells me that at best, you feel very free within yourself, but at worst, you probably feel kind of alone and disconnected right now. All right. And as far as the more difficult things I'm seeing in the chart right now, I'm seeing that, you have Pluto in the 7th house. Relationships are evolving. You may feel abandonment fears coming up right now. Hard to be alone, hard to be with people too. And you have Saturn going through the 9th, and that's primetime existential crisis energy. Oh, fuck. Is this real or not? Oh, man. Hey, but also I will say another beautiful thing. This is like build, break, build. Pluto is going to be going into your eighth house, Cancer. And this is very worth noting that for the next 20 fucking years, the ball is going to be in your court and the universe is actually going to stack the deck in your favor. And I know this is an astrology update, and I'm glad you're looking at the chart as I'm showing this to you. Watch this shit as your life goes on. Pay attention to this shit, man. Pluto rules the eighth house, and you're gonna have 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius. I want you to say, I claim this blessing. Verbally say, I claim this blessing, because the universe is going to expedite your evolution. Don't cling too hard to shit that's dying and decaying, okay? You have to make sacrifices for evolution. You have to allow yourself to regenerate. You have to allow yourself to get stronger. All right. Your definition of power is certain to change very soon, and your relationship to it as well. So it's just going to be super important that you really take time to think about where the fuck do you want to go and listen to the echoes of your soul, the whispers of your higher self. What are your true desires? It is time for you to go after them, gang. This is a very beautiful lunation I'm seeing for you guys. I really love this chart. I mean, you guys are the fourth one, and this is the best one I've seen so far. I mean, we got 8 more after this one, but this one is really the best one I've seen so far. Really love it. But I also want to say that to me, the blanket statement of this full moon cycle, and I want to say on that same spectrum of thought, this might look like the kind of the months to weeks in the past, but also the seed we're planting now that's going to reverberate into the future. This is about getting out of your goddamn comfort zone, Cancer. You can live a comfortable life, but do not live a complacent life. Okay? Ooh, that's the shit that you need to hear. That's the shit you need to hear. I got to do this a couple more times. My intuition told me to. I'm gonna get you guys a good 3 card. The funny thing is, man, I don't even really think you need any cards, but at the same time, the beautiful thing about tarot, and I'm gonna give you all this sauce right quick, is if you are not learning something new from your tarot readings, you're not really reading tarot correctly. I hate to insinuate in a lot of things in life that there's a right or a wrong way to do it, but if you're just repeating the same, just having a monologue with yourself, you're not learning shit. It's supposed to be a dialogue with you and your subconscious. At least that principle has guided me a lot in the tarot and helped me learn so much from it. You're always limited just to your own ideas, and that's why we need to read things in the first place, like a book or tarot cards. Something to think about. And sometimes we read for confirmation, but other times we read for information. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. So, see what we got going on right now. I also want to say Venus shows our needs, and you absolutely need to be loving yourself as hard as you possibly can and showing out with compassionate action, but also definitive action. Like complacency is not self love, laziness is not self love, recalcitrance is not self love, self sabotage is not self love. So the first card I'm getting for you guys is the Four of Swords, and that's more past energy, of course. But a lot of you guys have been dealing with some restlessness, sleepless nights, anxiety, genuine, general and genuine feelings of disease, unease, lack of peace. So peace be with you. Seeing the Knight of Cups in reverse as your current energy, and this is a closed heart. So keep on opening that heart, man. Move forward with love. Move forward with love. Move forward with love. I can't emphasize that enough. There could be, I could go in and in and in on this reading truly, but I would just say this strikes me as that with Mars in your sign, the lunation in the fourth and the 10th house, South Node in your fourth, there's a lot of emotions on back order that you haven't processed. And it's kind of hard for you to move forward with love because you've internalized so much frustration, right? So, like, maybe the goal is to get the hate out of your spirit in some way, shape, or form, but like, consider you can't have love without hate, right? You can't have love without hate. And it would be great to have all sunshine and no rain, but then all the fucking plants would die, right? Do you want that? No. So embrace your hate too, if you really want to get the love into your heart. What is your enemy? Think about it. I got the death card coming out for y'all too. And that is a reference to what Pluto's about to do in your eighth house. So, hey, heavy transformations are coming in. And I want to say this also is reference to you really embracing your shadow side, dichotomy, polarity. Polarity exists within this world, and you have to submit to it, man. Trauma, tower energy. That's a hard pill to swallow, but do you want to be powerful or not? Powerful on the bottom. Do you want to be the keeper of the keys or not? With great power comes great responsibility. Remember that shit. The blind can't lead the blind. Okay, Cancer? I love you. Keep your heart open. I'm going to move to Leo. I know a lot of that shit was deep, and sometimes it's good to keep it deep and keep it simple and let the space fill up in your own mind, okay? I love the fuck out of you, Cancer. Keep loving yourself. Keep embracing duality, and then we can actually integrate the singular consciousness, but only in that order. We're going to talk about the Leos now. Like your boy. Oh, yeah. I'm a Leo sun, Virgo rising. So I'm excited for the, and a Libra moon. So I'm really excited for the next three because I know they're about to hit. All right, let me put Leo on the top of the deck. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, please do leave a like because I know I'm going in. I was kind of like wondering, is this shit even going to be good? Because I don't script these videos really. A lot of them I don't. I used to script my astrology videos, but then I found I was just too in my head and I need to really be in my body because I understand this language so well. I just have to read it like I'm reading a book and then allow space for spirit to speak through me as well. So that's what's up. I love you, Leo, just like I love myself. It takes one to know one, man. Hey, this is a good time to be alive. Every day is a good time to be alive. This is your chart. This is the lunation. You just had the new moon in your third house of Libra. And this, of course, is going to put the full moon in your ninth house of Aries. So, what does that mean? I would say that this is about seeing if you're fulfilled in your spirituality. Are you fulfilled with the journey? Do you need to expand? Do you need to educate? Do you need to really study more, to travel more, to get out the house more? Are you comfortable where you live? That's really the question. And this has been a big theme of a lot of the readings I've just done, like the last four, but especially for you guys with Mars in the 12th house, it is very much about avoiding self-sabotage. Don't be your own worst enemy. Stop fucking up your own life, Leo. I say that with love. Do not embarrass yourself. When there's no enemies within, there's no enemies without. Love yourself enough, be strong enough within yourself that you don't take issues with these motherfucking idiots. Because with Pluto in your sixth house, you may be seeing a lot of idiots trying to come into your path, trying to interrupt you, maybe even genuinely sabotage you with everything that they have. And trust me, man, when you protect your purpose is going to protect you. Idiots will fall on their own swords and they'll be like, oh, 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 why? Oh, that shit hurt. Somebody help. And God won't hear them. God will absolutely not hear those bitches because you get what the fuck you give. Run up and get done up, bitch. Suck my dick. It's really like that. I wouldn't let you suck my dick with a fucking vacuum. Fuck you, bitch. Gross as hell. Get the fuck off my earth. What am I seeing right here? The North Node in the ninth house, Chiron in the ninth house. So we might be having some existential crises, perhaps, but at the same time, this is about genuine self-development, about moving forward, charging on our own path, breaking new ground. That's beautiful. What else we got? This I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, Leo. I'm looking for the beautiful things about the chart and these transits. I'm not really seeing much. The beautiful thing is you, dude, because Uranus in the 10th house is very unstable, very difficult to handle. It feels like this world sucks. Do I even fit in it? I know I got to create some change, but like it seems like the changes I'm trying to create are being resisted by the whole world. Jupiter in the 11th is pretty cool, a desire to be connected with the world, faith in people, faith in the future. faith and freedom. But at the same time, it's like we might be kind of spread thin with a lot of people in our lives or a lot of projects, have a lot on our plates. Mars in the 12th can feel very isolating, like spending a lot of time by ourselves or just even exhausted with how much emotion we got going through us. Saturn in the 8th also is feeling kind of closed off, kind of like you're cooking in the underworld. And I mean, you got a cauldron in front of you. You're definitely whipping up some magic, but damn, this shit feels isolating. You're working on power and transformation. You know, a lot of that happens in isolation too. Pluto in the 6th, though, and this is changing for you guys next month. Pluto in the 6th is like huge changes going on to your body and routine. What else we got? I mean, I guess the beautiful thing is that, you know, you got Venus going through the 4th house, loving yourself internally, finding comfort within yourself, knowing who your friends are, knowing who your family really is right now. And that brings you a sense of community and connection. Neptune in the 8th kind of feels like going deep into your spirituality. What's up with the 10th house? I feel like the Uranus in the 10th really is about you listening to your higher self, the higher calling, the inspiration you have, because that's what the change the world really needs is, okay? And for a lot of you Leos, it's actually going to revolve around being a part of the internet, using this tool as a form of collaboration, okay? Post your content, post your content, post your content, and stop comparing yourself to other people, bruh. Your first post is probably going to suck, and your second will probably suck, and you're never going to get good if you don't post the goddamn content. Post your goddamn content, man. And I'm telling you, there are billions of people on the planet. And in order to really make a difference, all you got to do is talk to one person who needs your perspective or your information or your energy, right? And there's billions of people, man. So it stands to reason that you could affect a shit ton of people just by putting yourself out there. Create, create, create. Sun is in your 3rd. It's really time for you to express something. You got to communicate more, Leo. You got to communicate. What's the message for Leo? Let me get a couple cards to reflect this one. And I want to say also, I feel like I said this to Cancer, but especially with you having Chiron in your 9th house, it would not be a test if you had all the answers, gang. Remember that. So if you feel kind of confused about your life or where you're going, good. That's a good sign. I got the 3 of Cups in reverse as the first card, and this tells me that sobriety is really key. You know, it's not bad to drink, eat, and be merry every now and then, man. But if you're smoking every day to get by, if you're drinking every day to get by, there might be a genuine problem. And I'm sorry to turn this into an intervention, dude, but this is really what had to happen is like you have to create a life that you don't want to escape from, man. That's what healing really is. That's what stopping self-sabotage really is. Create a life you don't want to escape from. When your will to heal is stronger than your will to escape, you will go amazing places. I promise you. I got the 5 of Wands coming out in your energy. So yeah, that's confirmation. You do have plenty of haters, but good. If you got 10 haters, get 20. If you got 20, get 100. If you got 100, get 1,000. Motherfuckers were built to hate because they can't find inspiration inside of themselves, man. And you're not in competition with these people. So if anything, just remember how sad and sorry these people are. And remember when you used to hate on people that were doing better in life. Remember when you were not able to be inspired by people that were living well. So have empathy and compassion for them and actually be able to recognize this hateful ass energy as love. Protect your energy, though. I will say this is confirmation. Fight back, Leo. Some of y'all need to be sending hexes out and curses for real. What I will say, don't fight harder against others than you fight against building yourself up or fight on building yourself up. You hear what I'm saying? Always work harder on building yourself than you do on tearing others down. And only tear others down when they genuinely interrupt you and get in your way. Okay? Sometimes the universe will handle it for you and run up and get done up, and you'll see them land on their own sword. But sometimes, man, people get so close to you, get so close to your energy that you actually have to fight back or flip the switch and set the boundary. And I see Saturn in the 8th say, put the foot down. Put the motherfucking foot down. Don't be afraid to be someone's karma. Because if you keep giving things to karma and the universe is going to slap you in the ass by saying, why the fuck are you being so negligent? Why can't you be responsible? Why can't you stand up for yourself and quit thinking about yourself? Think about the other people that are going to be harmed by you turning the other cheek and getting slapped silly. All right. It's not about you. It's about us. It's about principle, not ego. Be strong. Show other people how to be strong. Do you want to lead other people into being a victim, or do you want to lead them into being strong and sovereign and not abusing others and just being sovereign? I think it would be the latter. If you're listening to me, man, you're not a victim of shit. This is crazy. You got two cards coming out. It's the Two of Cups in reverse, and then the Seven of Wands out here, man. And this is, to me, this is actually like a bonus message. This is about y'all recognizing what the fuck real love is. By not devoting to yourself, by not loving yourself, you create relationships out of attachment and fear. In the moment that these relationships stop serving your specific needs, unresolved desires, this attachment flips from positive to negative, and we start to feel spiteful or resentful because we abdicate our responsibilities to other people. We start to feel like they're fighting against us when it's not even their problem. It's not even their problem or business to be pouring into us the way that we expect them to. And this is a little bit gross, man, but what I'm seeing really is like a symbiotic vampirism. It's like I drink you and you drink me. And not no freaky shit. Like not some shit that you want. It's like gross. It's like energy I genuinely need and energy you genuinely need, and we're just pouring that out. It's like self-sacrificing in a demonic way. And it might be something we call love. We might agree, we might collaborate with each other and say I love you and appreciate you. And the relationship might not be wholly bad, but at the same point, it's built on this very unstable foundation. So you have to provide more for yourself, Leo. You have to love yourself even more. We haven't even met ourselves all the way, man. We're on a constant state of becoming. We need people. Relationships are super important. And you're gonna have Pluto go through the seventh for 20 years, Pluto. Very soon. In November, it switches. And you have 20 years of Pluto in the seventh, evolving your relationships. And this will also create this compulsive desire to be partnered too. So you have to make sure that you don't approach love with fear. You understand me? Something to think about, man. I am seeing the King of Pentacles come out for you, Leo. And that's beautiful, which says that wealth is in your house. Your path is abundant. Your path is rich. Take care of yourself. Nine of Cups on the bottom. Believe in yourself. Don't be a motherfucking dumbass. Don't believe so hard that you're a dumbass, okay? As well. That's a lot to take in, Leo. I love you. I'm going to move into Virgo because I know I went in. So let's see what's up for the Virgo risings like your boy. I'm excited for this one, man. I've been waiting my whole life for this shit, bro. I'm a Leo sun with a Virgo rising, and I always love doing these breakdowns because my selfish ass gets to see something about me while I serve the world. So Virgo energy, Hermit energy. Let's see what's in the cards for you and in the chart. So this is an interesting transit, and this is like I gotta hit the chug jug for a second, man, because good Lord. Did you vitamin C this, man? I got some orange juice. Full moon in the eighth fucking house. Oh my goodness. The lunar eclipse, and if you want to see the eclipse breakdown, I posted it in the bio. It's linked down below. Last 2 weeks, we just had our new moon in the sign of Libra in your second house. And really what this says is that this new cycle for the rest of the year and a bit of 2025 is really going to be about getting more stable, getting more independent, and getting more rich, healthy. I get paid to exist, but that's because I give my gifts. Yes, it is. All right. And I also want to be very clear, guys, you don't have to work for money. This is a crazy concept, and a lot of us have been taught the opposite, that time is money. And only broke people say that, by the way, because broke people trade a lot of time for a little bit of money, and then you can't get rich because you're trading a finite resource for an infinite resource. Does that make sense? Absolutely fucking not. So stop doing that. Unless you want to work for money the rest of your life. And I've also heard said that if you enjoy what you do, you don't even really feel like you're working. And I can attest to that as well. I really do this crazy because I love reading tarot. I love reading astrology charts. It's to the point where like I could do 10 readings on live and be exhausted and be up for like 48 hours and I still want to read cards. And I have people who want me to read them. And I'm blessed. I'm so grateful that people are so interested in what I got to offer. It's like I could do that all day, but still it's like I gotta sleep, you know? And I don't feel like I'm working. That was my point. But here's the other point I was trying to make is that like assets versus liabilities. Does this stand to reason that if you own enough assets, and what is that? An income producing possession. If you own enough possessions that build income for you, does it stand to reason that you actually wouldn't have to work for money? Think about it. Let's use stocks for an example. Some stocks pay dividend. And what I mean is like, let's say, I don't know if Apple actually does. I should really get on that. But let's say that like Apple stock, I'm pretty sure Apple does. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the example. You own a share of Apple. And then over like quarters, sometimes either monthly or quarterly, the company, let's say Apple, would actually pay out a percentage of its profits to the people that own the shares, the shareholders, the stockholders, right? So there becomes a point in investing where even just with that example, and you can invest into a lot of other shit. I'm just trying to make it simple. If you owned enough dividend producing stocks, if you had enough, the portfolio was big enough, you would get paid quarterly just for owning this asset more than your expenses actually are. Would you have to work at that point if all of your expenses are being paid just because of the shit that you own? No, you wouldn't have to work, dude. That's crazy. That's absolutely fucking crazy. Just a simple concept. I am not going to go too much deeper in this. This is an astrology reading, not financial advice. But hey, if I could say anything, invest in your motherfucking self, Virgo. And I'm speaking to the Virgo rising, sun, moon, etc. Everybody's Mercury in their sixth house. Invest in your fucking self. Okay. This is the moon in the eighth house. This is about wealth. Wealth can come in many shapes and forms. It's deep riches. It can be financial, it could be physical, it could be health, it could be spiritual. This is about wealth, Virgo, quality over quantity, and then having a quantity of quality. What? Oh man, I'm feeling very excited about this shit, man. Because to me, the eighth house full moon feels like removing blockages to power. Oh, yes, it does. And that's for the evolved people. That's for the intentional people, the souls that are piloting the boat. For those that are consensus mode unconscious, the eighth house full moon could be difficult to deal with because of the power that arises that we're not ready to deal with. And you could see a lot of people with this energy crashing out. And traditionally in astrology, this is the hardest place for the moon to be, the eighth house or Scorpio, because it is emotions that are buried within, or it's just the sense of power. And finding comfort within power is actually kind of difficult at times because it takes a lot of responsibility as well. Self-control, discipline, and wisdom. Power, love, and wisdom. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm hitting the money. There's a lot to say about this. What's the beautiful thing about this chart? I mean, the eighth house full moon is pretty beautiful. I see Saturn in the seventh. That's really nice because this is really helping us stand up straight and have a strong ethical moral backbone to do right by the world, do right by ourselves, do right by others, take no harm, do no shit, live in integrity. Pluto is finishing the fifth house for the Virgo people. And this says embracing our sense of self, learning how to create, learning how to express ourselves genuinely. Next month, Pluto's going to move into the sixth house, which is actually going to be very beautiful for the Virgo risings, given that they're the sixth sign of the zodiac. So that's 20 years of self-development. And I mean, shit, man, Virgos are always on that type of timing. But this is about taking an electron microscope for your health, your well-being, your habits, your work, your job, your schedule, and seeing what doesn't serve. It's all about meaningful service. How can I serve the world in a more wholehearted manner? That's genuinely the burning question that's going to be on all the Virgo rising souls. And depending on how they answer that question or pay attention to the question or even neglect the question, they're going to find feelings of extreme peace or powerlessness. I'm telling you right now. Shout out Jeffrey Green. He gave a very good picture of the fifth and the sixth house Pluto. The fifth house Pluto is kind of like the pyramid structure, where it's like I'm on top of the world. The universe revolves around me. Fifth house Pluto energy. But the sixth house is like the inverted pyramid. I'm at the fucking bottom and I gotta serve the world. How can I do this better? Sixth house Pluto. It's not about you. It's about us. So Virgo, keep serving the world, commit to your purpose. Think about living a lifestyle by your design. North Node is in the eighth house. Go your own way. Step into the shadows. Step into your power. Work on your magic, Virgo. Work on your motherfucking magic. Work on manifestation. Work on bending the world to your will. If it harms none, do what you will. I love that Mars is in your 11th house, man, because this is about looking towards the future, looking towards freedom. 10th house Jupiter, it can kind of be a mind fuck, let me say, man, because you're trying to expand limits and Jupiter is already debilitated in Gemini. So you might feel like you're being stretched so thin right now, Virgo. Like there's so much on your plate, you're barely able to keep up with yourself and the demands of life and where you want to go. Stay strong, man, because next year is really going to bless you. You just have to stay consistent this year so that you can really reap the benefits coming into next year. Momentum builds a lot slower than inertia, but momentum lasts longer. I'm gonna say that shit twice, and you really want to think about this, man. Momentum builds a lot slower than inertia, but it lasts longer. So the inverse is true as well, man. You can really throw away the gains so easy. Don't do that. If it's hard, things get tough, the tough get going. All right. Going gets tough, the tough gets going. And it's kind of crazy, man, because like I said, debilitated Jupiter for Virgo. Next year, Uranus will go through the 10th for you guys. And I just see a lot of changes in your personal life and your career, switching jobs, going self-employed, finding a lot of freedom within yourself, playing a more evolved role within society, inspiring and leading other people. It's a very beautiful thing. When it comes to Chiron in the eighth house, though, gang, I will say, thank God my candles didn't break. Sometimes, when they burn down to the holder, the flame gets so close to the glass, it cracks. I'm so grateful that that candle went out without breaking the thing. Whew, we are lucky, man. When it comes to the eighth house Chiron, this is healing your relationship with desire, healing your relationship with power, healing your soul, even connecting to your astral body, learning how to trust yourself and others more. Okay. Relationships kind of have a serious undertone for the Virgos right now with Saturn in the seventh and Neptune in the seventh. It's like you're loving with your imagination. And let me be clear, man. Virgo rising always has seventh house Pisces. So you guys have this tendency to idealize people in your life, everybody in your life. And it's disillusioning because you fall in love with the picture of somebody you create in your head as opposed to who the fuck they are. So you need to converse more and have more communication with the people in your life to make sure that you're really aligned on vision and values and interests because you may be trying to put a square peg into a round hole. All right. And the question is, do you need these people? Or do you just want them around because you think they play the part? Do they really play the part? Or are you trying to make them play the part? All right, let's see what the cards are given. That's enough shuffling. Saw this before. I see it again now. I think this was for the Aries who got it. I have to look back and remember. It doesn't matter because this is your reading, Virgo. But the first card I'm getting is the Two of Pentacles, and that's just confirmation. Shit's kind of hectic for y'all right now. You've been going through a lot of changes, man, super fast. And also, it's kind of hard to make these changes all at once. So you have to really take your time with this, man, and assume a growth mentality. Don't resent your limitations to the point where you act like you have none. Be responsible, Virgo. Because to me, the Two of Pentacles in reverse feels like I want to crash out. I want to say, fuck this life and fuck everything I'm building. It doesn't matter. Oh, it absolutely does matter. You better lock the fuck in, man. You better take this shit serious. All right. And learn how to laugh at yourself. Learn how to laugh at life instead of just feeling like it's all shit. No, it's good. Things get hard sometimes, man. And that just is what it is. So your attitude is the one thing you can control consistently. You need to remember that, Virgo. Damn. I got your two cards at once. But I do see you moving forward, ships coming in, Three of Wands. So this is a beautiful thing, man. If you keep putting in that power, keep putting in that work, consistency is key. Your dreams are manifesting, they're cooking. All right. And let me say this very clearly because of what's going on in your transits. You may have a very vivid target to shoot for. I hope so. I wish that on everybody, that you could actually see the life you want to live inside of your mind's eye. I feel like this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I feel like if people genuinely gave themselves 10 fucking minutes the permission to sit down and think for a second and shut the world out, they would actually be able to come up with something that would make them happy. So I feel like it's just lazy people slash busy people, quote unquote. Busyness and laziness are often parallel. Think about that for a second. These people that just feel like there's nothing for them to do, they don't know where they're going because they don't fucking think. Damn. You know what you want inside of your heart of hearts. So lock in and think about it. And just know that if you really take time to understand where you're going and then just build on the gains that you have, you'll get there. And for those that are seeing a clearly muddy, distorted, foggy ass picture inside of their mind's eye, like where the fuck do I go? You are the target, Virgo. You are the target. Wherever you go, there you are. Wherever I go, there I am. So always work on yourself. Always build yourself. The more you build yourself, the better you can be in every scenario. Okay. But I also see that with this being the full moon in the 8th, Scorpio energy, death in reverse. This might be an intense time of death and rebirth. I say might like I don't know what I'm talking about. This is going to be very intense for the Virgo rising. This is the hardest place for the full moon to be. The moon is in its fall for you guys, like myself too, man. So we're going to brace for fucking impact. And sacrifices are going to be made, whether we want to or not. So try not to cling too hard to shit that is dying right now. Okay? Losses are only losses if that's your attitude. It's the way you see it. It's your perception. So just remember, you'll never lose anything that you can't bear to lose. Nine of Cups in the bottom. This is very intense, man. Oh, and because I'm a Virgo rising, I gotta be like, I got what I needed from this one, man. This was intense. You'll never lose something you can't afford to lose. You are the bornless one. You are the immortal soul. I'm not spiritually bypassing right now. I'm telling you the truth. I love you so much. Now get on loving yourself, jabroni. Third house Venus energy. Get your freak off, no diddy. Scorpio Venus. What do we got now? Libra. Hey, I just happen to be a Libra moon. Is this about me too? Pause. Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra rising. Beautiful souls. Let me talk to you for a second. Libra, this is your breakdown for the full moon in the sign of Aries. Back it up, Terry. There's the Justice card. This is you guys. We're going to let this signify your energy. You got the full moon in the 7th house. 2 weeks ago, you just had the new moon in your first house. So I see this as a cycle of building up yourself, becoming a new person, finding peace. It's an inner journey for the Libra risings. Let me put it that way with that last new moon. If you guys didn't yet see the breakdown that I put for the new moon cycle, I definitely recommend you hit the link in the description and watch it because it's a very in-depth reading where I cover every one of your 12 houses, okay? So if you feel called, pause the video, watch that first, and then come back to this one, okay? Because that's going to show why you have that new moon in your cycle, and then why you have this full moon hitting the 7th right now, okay? Very cool stuff. So this is a very beautiful chart. I want to say one thing about the 7th house full moon is this is about seeing if you're fulfilled within your relationships, seeing if people are really playing their role or if they got to go. And the question also becomes, are you at peace with yourself? Are you at peace with the world? And if you're not, start affirming it. You are all you affirm. Your life revolves around identity. So I want you to repeat after me. Put your hand on your heart too. I'm at peace with myself and I'm at peace with the world. And you want to repeat this, okay? Until your body starts to agree with your mind and you feel it in your heart of hearts. I'm at peace with myself and I'm at peace with the world. And I love you guys' chart. Let me say, there's a lot of really good things that I'm seeing in this beautiful chart. You guys are also, this is actually one of the more beautiful readings I've done so far. We're halfway through the wheel on Libra, but first thing I see, the sun is in your first house. That's the glow up. That's you looking radiant. That's you being selfish. creating your life, loving your life. It's about you right now. How beautiful. And Libras are always wrapped up into other people. You're the most relatable sign. So it's about time that you really focus on you for a second. Venus is in the second house. Venus is home. So this is about you really indulging, being extremely sensual, loving, appreciating the life that you have right now, the things that are in your corner. I see Mars in your 10th house, and this is world domination. This is fuck my goals, fuck my limits. Not fuck my goals, but fuck my limits. I'm about to get what I want from life. I'm living for today. I'm going to make sure that I don't leave anything tomorrow that I could do today. This is about honoring your time, respecting your authority. No Eric Cartman. I'm talking like getting shit done, being mad productive, right? At the same time, Mars can overdo itself when it's exalted. So you guys might be burning out a little bit too, overdoing it slightly. But at the same time, there's rest assured that you've actually been giving it your all, hopefully. If not, you're just going to be very frustrated with your life and very frustrated with the world. And I said this to Aries, and I'm going to say it to you guys because you're sister signs. If you're not doing something physical, get off your lazy ass and work out. Lazy ass. Yeah. If you're hurt, I'm talking to you. 100%. I don't come here to hurt people's feelings, man. I just have to be direct and to the point because I can't like no tiptoe around everybody's feelings, kumbaya, hug you for every one of your insecurities. Fuck no. Damn. If you're hurt, get your ass to the gym. All right. And just start slow, man, because it's a journey of 1,000 miles. It's a single step that you got to begin with. And when you've been really deep in the inertia, here I am comforting your insecurities. But hey, when you're deep in the inertia, the beginning is going to suck and you got to dig yourself out the hole. But if you're lacking energy, you're feeling tired and exhausted, that's your own fucking fault. You're either taking on too much or you're not doing enough. Which one is it? It could be a little bit of both sometimes. So just get your shit right, okay? It's about organizing your life, understanding your goals. Some of the, and also what I want to say, in addition, like I said, beautiful ass chart. You also got Jupiter going through the ninth house, which is really cool. So that tells me that you guys are looking at life through a wide angle lens and you're genuinely curious about what it has to offer. This could feel like a general wandering as well. Jupiter is kind of afflicted in Gemini for everybody. Oh man, the Two of Swords out here says that, yeah, it's about you finding more peace. Peace card in reverse. So we're going to find that peace, man. Balance your life. And what's funny is in order to do that, you actually have to focus a little bit. Some wouldn't see these as exact opposites, but I'm going to say, guys, that sometimes when you have peace, you can't have focus. And my pardon me, y'all, my candle is like about to break this thing. So some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like when your candle, when the taper burns right down to the holder, especially if it's glass, it can heat the glass. And I didn't want to break that glass. Safe. The candle holder is marked safe. Okay. Sometimes when you're in balance, you can't have focus. Okay. So I posit a focused life is better than a balanced one. If you can find both at the same time, more power and peace to you. But focus on what you want in the part of your life that needs it. Okay. Uranus is in the eighth, and that's very special. And what that says to me is that you guys really are making fast changes within your life. And sometimes it's like, oh, fuck. Can we slow down, Grandpa? Nah, this life doesn't stop for anybody. The more persistent difficulties I see in this chart, though, gang, is that first of all, Saturn's in the sixth house. And this says that you guys could kind of feel a discontent when it comes to work or your health or your schedule and your routine, feeling powerless or inept sometimes. So it's just important that you really rely on that stable pattern of habits and don't get so busy to the point where it actually starts becoming lazy. And that's a mind fuck, bro, because not only are you doing too much, you're exhausted because you're not moving forward fast enough. And that sucks, man. And I want to give everybody a hug that relates to what I'm saying. It sucks. It's absolute bullshit. I hate it. And you got to express hate sometimes, man. And I said this earlier for somebody for some reason. I'm going to say it again for whatever reason, man. You can't have love without hate, man. Duality. What do you actually hate? You want to have a life full of love, cleanse the hate out of your soul? Well, embrace that shit and you'll be able to do that. Some of y'all still don't fucking hear me. You're like, hey, that made sense, but let me forget about what he just said. Wake the fuck up, dude. You got Pluto in the fourth house. So yeah, you got disturbing feelings. You got disturbing emotions coming up. You feel a lot of bitterness and resentment right now for life and people and your family and close ones and shit like that. And hey, man, if the shoe fits, wear it. If not, feel free to leave it and let it fly right by because I'm trying to make this video for everybody. And believe it or not, there's a lot of Libras in the house, in the world. Yeah, 100%. In addition to that, most of this strikes me as very positive, and there's nothing bad about any of these transits, truly nothing good about them either. They just are what they are. But Pluto in the fourth house is deep emotional rebirth and cycles of emotional withdrawal. So you may also kind of feel dead on the inside sometimes, man, or disconnected from life. And it's just important that you feel your feelings and allow that stuff to flow through you, man, because you have to feel it in order for it to heal. Okay. Got to feel in order to heal. And I see Chiron in the seventh house, and Libra is the seventh sign. I mean, and consequently, the full moon's in your seventh, but this is just about healing relationships. It's about being fulfilled with others, at peace with the world. And I encourage peace, man. I affirm peace for the world every fucking day of my life, dude. I'm not saying that to flex. I'm just trying to substantiate my claim that I really give a fuck when I tell you to embrace hatred. I'm gonna get personal for a second about me. You know, I'm here sharing my message, and I see a lot of people who don't do their shadow work. And frankly, we all reach a point in time where we have to learn about what it is, and you can't do what you don't know how to do, of course. But it's like when people don't appreciate their power, they get all afraid of somebody that is integrated and knows how to use theirs. You can't fight the good fight if you don't know what the enemy is. And I still feel the weak shadow saying, like, why do we have to fight? We don't have to fight. Fucking wake up, dude. Look at this world. Look at the disgusting bullshit in front of your face. Ignoring it doesn't help a goddamn person. That's negligence. Avoiding your problems does not make them go away. You can't pray away everything in the fucking world, dude. Be real with yourself, man. Stop falling victim to illusions that you create. Neptune in the sixth house. I'm not trying to be a hater right now, man. I'm making this because I genuinely love the world. If I didn't love the world, I would be pushing fucking boxes on a forklift, getting enough money to get by and play PlayStation every day of my fucking life. You understand? I could take a selfish, easy fucking road. And I don't want you to feel like I'm guilt tripping you either, man. I'm just trying to say I really fucking care, man. So if you're resonating with my logic, but it's also making you uncomfortable, fuck your feelings, okay? Mars in the 10th house of Cancer. I'm not trying to be a dick once again, but at the same time, this is me just kind of cutting to the point. The language says Mars, fuck, what? Your feelings, Cancer. All right. But love yourself, appreciate your feelings. Connection is direction. I just have to be the dickhead teacher right now. I'm sorry for how I'm saying it, not what I'm saying, though. Okay. But moving on, I just want to say, Libra, I see good things in your future. I believe life is good, so I'm always going to look at the positive. But what I would see is that, more commitment to yourself, feeling more free inside of relationships, inspired connections with that seventh house Aries, like people that are actually on your level and you're on theirs, and you're not the smartest person in the room always, having nothing to fucking be offered by the people around you, babying everybody. I hate that for you guys. Being around winners, people that clap loudly for you when you win, celebrate your achievements, and speak your name in rooms of opportunity as opposed to hate on you and, just be kind of complacent. Like you got to be the leader every fucking where, man. Misery loves company. You don't want to be miserable, right? So also one thing I'm seeing for this one, man, is like you guys are probably going to be finding new friends, new lovers, new enemies even. It stands to reason, fighting the good fight, recognizing what is it that you actually want to do within life. And for Libra, I just want to say, man, finding justice, definitely finding justice for a lot of you guys. Justice is genuinely the Libra cards. I already have it on your spread, but a lot of you guys are going to get some karmic retribution. And it could go both ways, truly. But I would say by and large, if you're watching my video and not seething with rage, you're going to get some good karma. If you are seething with rage, the universe might smack the shit out of you. It depends. Let me say, I don't want to be too dualistic. For some of y'all, it's like, it depends on why you're mad or why you're happy. Because some of y'all that are genuinely happy, it's like you might be mistreating others. I'm sorry to be so broad at the same time, but I just need to really make sure my points give 360s as well. I heard I'm good. Let me keep going. You get what you give, man. You reap what you sow. In order to receive, you have to give. Okay? What are you giving the world? That's the question. You're going to receive that back into your life tenfold, compressed and magnified. All right. Let's see what else we got in your cards. Going to give a couple for y'all. Forgive them for their ignorance. That's the message I'm getting for you, Libra. Forgive them for their ignorance, but don't forget what they did. All right. Call a spade, and stop opening doors to people, man. When they fuck up, when they choose to do wrong, stop giving second chances. Girl or bro or my non-binary pal. I just want to say there are billions of people in this world. You can afford to cut somebody out of your fucking life and say, hey, we're cool. I just don't fuck with you. I forgive you. I just don't fuck with you. I wish you the best. I'm not interested in your time or energy. I don't have a place for you in my life. And there's no discussion after that. You don't reply. You don't say anything. All right. And there can be repercussions for not respecting your boundaries. I'm talking restraining order. I'm talking jail. I'm talking karmic retribution, like eighth house activities, like black magic, like you try to manipulate. And I want to say, like, this is the energy that you guys are receiving, and it stands to reason that this chart is what you're pushing out, but also energy you receive. And I hate this for you guys, but a lot of the Libras right now, you may have people trying to dominate you with Mars in the 10th house, trying to fucking dominate you. And is that fair? Absolutely fucking not. So I see people are going to run into fucking stop signs hard as fuck and be like, damn, I think I broke my whole face. And that's the tea. That's the orange juice. Shit is bussing, country style. Y'all fuck with pulp? I fuck with pulp. I'll drink any orange juice as long as it's good and in date, right? Knight of Wands in reverse. This is the current energy. I feel like some of you guys are tired. You might need to slow down a little bit. Let out your feelings of frustration too. Because this is a lot of what I was saying. The first thing I want to say is that beyond what I said, this is about trying to move by, acting like shit isn't bothering you, trying to move forward so intentionally, but it's like that frustration. I just hear screaming. It just builds up. You just gotta let it out. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Listen to your feelings, man. Connection is direction. Sometimes things gotta genuinely change. I'm spending a little extra time on you, Libra. It's a very important full moon for you. It's in your house, seventh house. This is about feeling your pain, not escaping it. I got Temperance, though, coming out, and that's your last card. That's walking the high road of your higher self, appreciating your angelic natures. Do you think Archangel Michael won't slash a bitch with his sword? Like a human who's acting like a rat, even? If you don't think he would, you got the game fucked up, jabroni. Go read your Bible. Reread it. Thump yourself in the head with that Bible. And remember, you wrote it. Virtues and principles, man. Quit biting your tongue. Queen of Swords on the bottom. Conflict delayed is conflict multiplied. Use your fucking voice and quit avoiding the things in front of your face, Queen or King or non-binary divine being. I love y'all so goddamn much. For real. I got to go to Scorpio because this shit is cooked. This shit is cooked. Hey, it's good times for y'all. Create the life you want to live. Know that you are the gift. And what I also really like for Libra is that I want to say last thing before I move into Scorpio, and it's kind of fitting, is that Pluto will finish your fifth house this month, basically. In November, it's going to go back into Aquarius for the next 20 years. And it's going to evolve yourself. Fifth house, yourself. Your creative endeavors are going to be more inspired. And also, for my Libras, you're going to have Pluto trying your ascendant or trying your sun at whatever degree, and look out for that transit, okay? And that's going to be a very special time where you'll be absolutely full of yourself and full of fucking power. And remember, great power comes great responsibility. And that's the T. Let's pull up the Scorpios and see what's going on with them. Are y'all fucking with this breakdown? I really like going sign by sign. It's super fun. So, hey, this is the Scorpio reading. And I'm talking to the Scorpio rising, sun, moon, Mercury, but especially people's Pluto and their eighth house. You could have no planets in Scorpio, but I'm talking to your Pluto in your eighth house. Okay. So this is the breakdown for the full moon on the 17th of October, happening in your sixth house, Scorpio, but also the outer wheel, or I should say the inner wheel. I set it up so you have Scorpio on the rising just to show who you guys are. And the last lunation was the eclipse, new moon lunar eclipse in the 12th house for you guys. And there is a video linked in the description that shows an extended breakdown on how that goes and what energy that you're bringing into this cycle. So if you feel called, definitely pause the video and check out that breakdown and then watch this little update, okay? Because that shows you where you're coming from. And this is the energy that we are getting now. The full moon initiates release and it shows us how we can be fulfilled. All right. So let's break it down. You have the full moon in the sixth house. All right. And the last new moon was in the 12th. So the question I get with the full moon in the sixth is, how is your health? Do you feel well? If not, it's time to make some changes, Scorpio. It's time to really embrace your power, to get some more exercise, to get better sleep, quality of sleep, a more consistent routine. You are what you eat. Abstain from the fuckery, whether that's processed foods or sugar or drugs, alcohol, bullshit. Leave that shit alone. That shit is for the birds. So forget about that. I mean, like moderation every now and then is not an issue, but you can't be like smoking off the wake up just to make yourself functional. And I will say, take it out where it resonates. Some people have like chronic pains or chronic conditions, and that actually is like the safest medicine for them. I'm talking smoking, not drinking. But even then, it's like, you maybe even want to try gummies or tincture or something like that, a more healthy or safe way of doing it so your lungs don't have to take so much abuse. Just I hope you see in the point because everybody's going to have to take these principles and integrate them into their own life in a way that genuinely makes sense. So it's about your day to day, your routine. The second question is, are you fulfilled with your job? Are you really providing the service you need to make within the world? That's the sixth house to say you might have a new job coming or a new opportunity, or you might just say, fuck this job. I'm going self-employed. Like I'm not serving the world. And also I'm not only am I not giving my gifts, I'm working too goddamn hard. I'm not getting paid enough. It doesn't make any sense. It's draining me dry. It's depleting me. So responsibilities are a sixth house thing. And that sounds kind of cold and dry, but it is your life, man. Make it sexy, make it beautiful, because this is what it is, man. And the sixth house also has Chiron in the North Node. So, committing to purpose every single day. What habits are going to take you there? What do you have to learn? Mars is in the ninth house. All right. So it's about getting on your P's and Q's, expanding your life. Let me say the beautiful things I'm seeing within this chart. I say sun going through the 12th house is pretty beautiful to me, and the south node too, for two reasons. The sun basically is loving your connection to the universe, loving your spirituality, loving your imagination, being able to see your dreams more vividly. That's really cool. The south node in the 12th house says that you guys are avoiding all patterns of escape and retreat. All illusionist fantasies are not leading you to the promised land. Fuck them. We're cutting out the self-sabotage. Get in, gang. We're healing our traumas. We're going towards the promised land. Do you want to ride on the magic school bus? I fucking thought so. Let's go. That's what it's giving. And I also see Venus in the first, which it's beautiful, but it's also challenging. And I would say on one note, this means that you're feeling the glow up. You've never looked sexier. You've never felt better. Or with, let me be clear, or with the shit going on in your sixth house and Venus being in the sunken place, you might be very hyper insecure by the things that you want to beautify, which is kind of a trip at the same time. Pluto's going through the third. Your mind is penetrating in deep right now. So that's something to think about. Evolving your mind. Also, the other challenge with Venus in the first is selfishness, self-indulgence. It's important to take care of yourself, to love yourself, and to get what you want in life, but not at the expense of other people. All right. If it does harm none, do what you will. If it does harm to none, would probably be a better way to say that, even though it made sense the first time. Some of the more persistent difficulties I'm seeing right now, gang, is Jupiter in the eighth house of Gemini. And this feels like overthinking your purpose a little bit, worrying too goddamn much. And let me be clear, guys. One of my favorite placements in astrology is Jupiter in the eighth house or Jupiter in Scorpio, because the baseline level of language says that you see all power as an opportunity to give right now. So there's this expanded sense of purpose within your life and a lot of pressure, man. So allow yourself to turn into the diamond and know that if you feel crushed, you're being refined. All right. Try to employ some more tactical surrender, not to give up on the work that you know moves you forward, but let the bygones be bygones and be more serene. Surrender to the things outside of your control right now, okay? But definitely be putting in that pain so you can gain more power. All right. I'm gonna say it because my heart is saying this, man, and I really care. You would do well to appreciate asceticism right now. What does that even mean? It's like the opposite of hedonism. Hedonism is the pursuit of pleasure at all costs. And consequently, ironically, that can create anhedonia. Your brain wants to stay level. Let's say one side was pain, one side was pleasure. The more you push on pleasure, the more nothing feels good because your brain wants to keep you in equilibrium. So if you can actually put yourself in uncomfortable situations, push on that pain lever, your brain actually starts balancing out with pleasure. And this is beyond you just wanting to feel good, even though that will help you feel better when you actually start waking up on time every single day and going to the gym and doing the sacrifices you need to make and, confronting your fears and doing things that are uncomfortable. You'll guarantee personal advancement by making a decision to grow and actually doing the things you know you need to do. And you'll feel better while you do it. And you'll have more internal respect, intrinsic motivation, intrinsic reward. Fuck the external rewards. The trophies will come later. We're not doing it for the trophy. We're doing it for principle, integrity. Okay. Lead by example. That's what this is saying, gang. And I want to keep it a buck 50 before I pull the cards out for this reading. Pluto is going to finish your third house and it's going to be in the fourth for about 20 years. Get excited, man. Pluto affects everybody. So remember, and I kind of felt like, as I said it, like this, oh shit energy. Oh, damn. You can't act like a victim of life. Okay. Astrology is a tool for leverage. That's what tools are for, man. So you can't look. I appreciate you listening to what I'm saying because it is priceless knowledge, but don't think for a second that this shit just happens to you. Life happens because of you. We all have access to this energy. So you can't like wake up and be like, damn it, Pluto's in my fourth, fucking up my life. No, it isn't. You're fucking up your life through your attitude. Okay. So let's keep that straight off the rip before we go any further. That's cold, but straight up, man, you have to remember you're driving the fucking boat. That's like you driving down a road, literally, like driving down a highway, and somebody blew out a tire because that happens, and it's sitting on the side of the road, and you just look at it and you're like, ah, damn, there's obstacles in my path. And then you're thinking about that shit for like 6 years driving down the road. There's fucking obstacles, and this road sucks. Oh my God. Get over it, dude. Like for real. Get over it. Weird attitude, man. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm sorry for how I'm saying what I'm saying. Not sorry for what I'm saying. I also see Uranus going through your seventh, evolving your partnerships. The hardest part about this chart right now, gang, let me be clear, is the South Node in the 12th, having to let go of the old patterns that don't serve us. Saturn in the fifth house, saying that you guys are mad hard on yourselves, man, and you're looking for your inner brilliance and respect. So at the same time, you may kind of feel this feeling of internal defeat because you're being too hard on yourself or employing too much self-control, which is crazy because life is as hard as you make it. It's as beautiful as you let it be. So you want to make sure that you don't go too hard in that asceticism energy as well. Be disciplined, but don't be desperate. There's a difference. Okay. And I also see Neptune in the fifth, which kind of makes some interesting things here as well, where you're deeply special and sanctified and pure, but disillusioned as fuck because your ego is not as strong as you want it to be. You can't just make the world bend to your will at the click of a button like you're Adam Sandler. You feel me? That's really what is given. So your success is going to come through sacrifice and genuine self-knowledge. And you'll have to avoid all escapist fantasies and learn how to overcome self-indulgence in every fucking form. And then your life will be a blessing for everybody. That's a lot to take in. That's a tall order, man. Do you want to be great or do you want to live a good average life? You choose. Some of y'all don't want to be great. And you prove it through your actions. Fuck the words you say. Quit lying to yourself and quit lying to other people. Quit fucking lying. Libra ass energy. Stop fucking lying. Someone should tape your fucking mouth shut because you just lie all the time. That's all you fucking do. How about you prove it with action then? Shut up. I'm being a dick, aren't I? Use this negative reinforcement as fuel. I'm talking to myself on a blank screen, y'all. If you're getting offended, I'm talking to you. All right. But at the same time, I don't even know you like that. The only reason you'd be offended if there was some truth to it, okay? But let's look at these cards. I love these cards for you. First one is the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and this tells me that you're overcoming fear. You're not worrying. That's beautiful. You know you're powerful. You know that you got the skills that pay the bills. You're a goddamn Scorpio, bro. You can do anything. Some days I fucking wish I could be a Scorpio. Fuck, dude. Who doesn't, man? This is arguably the coolest sign there is. The most powerful sign. With great power comes great responsibility. And I want to say, gang, the power of intention is really a Scorpio thing. It's a Mars thing. So my question for the Scorpios right now with the North Node in their sixth house is, what are you trying to do with life? You know, are you trying to help others or are you trying to hurt others, man? Are you in it for your own self-interest or are you looking for contribution? I got the Knight of Cups in reverse as your current energy. I'm going to show it to you. All right. And the Knight of Cups in reverse says, move forward with an open heart. You may need to close yourself off. Protect your energy, Scorpio, from the negative influences, because some people are still operating in this crab in the bucket mentality. Like if you win, apparently they have less success. That's not fucking true. Success is not a commodity. It's not a finite resource. People got to get out of this like dualistic illusion. Even though we live in the world of duality, you got to make sure these negative influences can't stop you, okay, gang? Because also one thing about the sixth house is haters. That's something to think about in astrology. So you may have a lot of haters, a lot of jealous people. And you got to just remember, man, when there's no enemies within, there's no enemies without. So forgive these people because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, clearly. A lot of people need to be held back a grade and need a real strong talking to and a hug because they're babies and don't even want to learn. You, on the other hand, if you're still listening to me, man, I don't think you're part of the problem. And again, I don't even really even know you, but I know that with me being so passionate / aggressive and polarizing and firm in my convictions and purpose, I will repel a certain type of person and attract another type of person as well. And you definitely give a fuck about the great work. And you know it's not going to do itself. Okay. So I see, and this is two cards. I'm going to get you another one too, because you get a bonus card in your reading. Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Wands in reverse. You are very optimistic. You certainly are a giver. Jupiter energy. You want to, bro, it's like, to me, this radiates peak unselfishness. And this is the virtue. And I literally have to salute you a fuck ton of times. I've not saluted anybody in these readings yet. But you guys, like, thank you for doing your fucking part in this world, Scorpio. For the love of God, thank you. On my behalf, on everybody's behalf, on behalf of everybody who won't thank you, and on behalf of the people that fight against you because they're so fucking stupid. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some people are trying to stop you from doing the things that are going to help them. They're so fucking lost. And you're empathing off their confusion, feeling like you're stupid. Protect your fucking energy. And don't let these idiots rock you off your course. Protect your purpose, and your purpose is going to protect you. Stay busy with the great work, man. Don't let this bullshit slide. Speak your mind more. Queen of Swords. Man, I feel fired up as I'm giving you this reading. A lot of people are at war with themselves and they don't know how to judge. They think bro, oh my God, I'm getting pissed, bro. This just I got Pluto and Sagittarius. This lit me up, man. Like, so I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of like a personal example of my life, but I'm gonna just drive it home, just kind of show you what I'm seeing. It's like, Christians. And I got no problem with Christians in general. There's amazing Christians, but it's like you'll hear certain Christians say, only God can judge me. Only God can judge. But these same motherfucking Christians will see you doing something they think is wrong, judge you way before they want to pray for you. Fuck you. You're not a Christian. You're stupid as hell. And you're going to hell because you don't understand the fucking principles of the Bible you try to preach. You haven't even fucking read it. Idiot. Go to hell and go heal. I go to the underworld willfully. Y'all don't understand shit. Regressive ass mentality, 2,000-year-old argument. Go fuck yourself. Suck my dick. It's really like that, man. Speak your fucking mind more. Allow yourself to hurt somebody's feelings. Mean what you say and say what the fuck you mean. Learn to respond as opposed to react. That's what the Queen of Swords is saying. Don't be afraid to turn up on these hosts, man. Give them a taste of their own fucking medicine. But speak the truth. Wield your sword wisely. Pluto in your third, man. Your words can eviscerate these demons. I'm telling you. These demons don't want the fucking truth. Even though they say they do. They're lying through their fucking teeth. All right? Scorpio, I fucks with you so fucking hard, man. This is bar none the most powerful reading we've done so far in this breakdown. So I hope it gave you a deeper sense of power and purpose as well, man, because you're a gift. So give thanks to the life that you have for the gift it's given and give that gift back to life and just keep the reciprocity going, gang. Set a good example for others. We're going to move into Sagittarius now. Ooh, bro, I feel cold chills running through my body. This shit is intense. And you guys know I got Pluto Sag. A lot of y'all got Pluto in Sagittarius. Let's see what this is actually giving, though. Hold up, let me get the annotation down. We'll switch screens. Bada boomski. Man, fucking idiots. I'm on my Judge Judy. You're an idiot. I can't wait till Mars goes into Libra. Let me move for a second, make sure I got this. Sagittarius. Okay, and then the full moon. Let's get it. All right, I'm back in the center. Hey, this is the breakdown for the Sagittarius. And I'm speaking to Sag rising, sun, moon, everybody's Jupiter, and their ninth house. All right. But more specifically, those who identify as Sagittarius. So this is the chart for your full moon. And the inner wheel is based on Sagittarius rising, but it's also based on the lunar eclipse we had on October 2nd. So I will say that I posted a full breakdown for how this energy is coming up and how we got led to this point. And you guys had the last new moon on October 2nd in the 11th house. And if you feel called, pause the video and watch that breakdown before you watch this one so you can see what led you to this point, and then we'll talk about what's coming, okay? Because a lot of interesting things are happening in the universe right now. And this full moon is hitting your 5th house. The new moon was in your your 11th house. New moon in the 11th, full moon in the 5th. So what's that say? It says a whole lot, man. The first thing that I get as a question is, are you full of yourself? Are you content with who you are? I mean, really, the full moon in the 5th is being full of yourself. So this is personal inventory, personal reflection. Like, are you happy being you? Only you know what you are truly, what needs to change, where your strengths lie, and where your ineptitudes are, gang. And I would also say, from my heart of hearts, is that if you don't feel happy, you may need to create something. The 5th house is also about your creative endeavors. It could also be about your children. So your children may be a big focus at this point if you happen to have kids, feeling like you need to pour more love and attention into them and maybe spend more time with the family, unifying your family, having more fun with the family, being more intentional with your family in the way that you parent, okay? Being more loving to your family, being more connected to your family. But deeper than this is just everything you want to create, gang. And your life revolves around your identity. So self-esteem is going to be a very big issue for you guys. And issue is a neutral word, by the way. But self-esteem is going to be a very big issue for my Sagittarius out here because everywhere you go, there you are. And you have to be good with you. You have to be content with who you are. Okay? So love yourself, appreciate yourself, thank yourself for everything you are, everything you aspire to be, and all the work that you do. And keep it G real with yourself, man. You know, when you find yourself self-sabotaging, fucking up your life, when you find yourself doing wrong by your own morals and integrity, call yourself out on it and don't reward yourself for bad behavior. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay to be compassionate for yourself when you see yourself making mistakes. I strongly recommend. But at the end of the day, man, one good deed deserves another, and one bad deed does not. Okay? That's a bar. So beautiful energy, beautiful times. I'm gonna tell you the beautiful things I'm seeing about you guys' chart right now. The first thing I'm seeing is Mars in the eighth house. That's actually pretty beautiful. Well, let me say also the sun in the 11th house. This is interesting. I see you guys looking towards the future. I see you looking optimistic. I mean, when is a Sag ever not? Only when they lose their perspective, then they lose their faith. But looking towards what's next, feeling hopeful for the future. Mars in the eighth says you feel a sense of power. That's very deep and very evolved. I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all. This is a harder chart, harder transit as far as the signs go. So I'm gonna keep it positive. But the second thing I'm seeing that's really beautiful is Venus going through your 12th house. So that can be a profound sense of peace, transcendental love, feeling the universe connecting to you, feeling more forgiving and more accepting, especially with Jupiter in the seventh. You're learning a lot from people, and other people may be kind of seeking you out for counsel. And you're finding that, you know, you have a lot of meaning for people. And that really gives you a great confirmation of where you are in life and where you are in the world, that you do serve a higher purpose in people's lives. This could be a calling to help people too. If you don't feel what I'm saying, you need to help other people. You need to reach deeper into others and recognize this about being a leader. It's about giving right now. It's not about receiving, you know? And this is, I mean, like, again, guys, everything in the chart is just energy. It's neutral. It's what you do with it is what you do with it. The beautiful thing about Uranus in the sixth house that I'm seeing is that, you know, you are having inspired solutions right now and great problem solving abilities. And generally speaking, you know exactly what the issues are in your life and you know how to resolve them immediately. You just have to care enough to do it. So that's beautiful. The worst thing I'm seeing basically is that you have Saturn in the fourth house. And that's not a good or a bad thing either. But I would just say the negative parts of this is that you may feel like this is a cold ass world and you're disconnected from it and you feel like nobody's there for you. You might feel alone. At the same time, the beautiful thing that you're getting is self-reliance, sovereignty, emotional stability, learning how to rule your own kingdom, fill your own cup. The second house, Pluto, also tells me that, you know, you've been evolving your resourcefulness. Some of y'all feel broke as a joke. It's not funny. But this tells me that you're really learning internal resources, intangible goods. Pluto will move for you guys in the next month into your third house. So I will just say that this is going to start a 20-year cycle, Pluto in Aquarius, and get excited. This is amazing. 20-year cycle of evolving your mind. And remember that freedom can only be found through the mind and not freedom from the mind. So destroy any patterns of escape, of illusion, victim mentality, escapist behavior, self-destruction, self-sabotage. Nip that shit in the bud, man, and really know that you are all you affirm. And have a list of affirmations that you speak out daily. And listen to the way your body feels, man. And listen to your conscience, because your higher self is telling you exactly what the fuck you need to do, Sagittarius. For real. All right. And the last thing I'm going to say before I pull these cards, because this is pretty deep shit, but it's also very beautiful. With the full moon in your fifth, with the north node in the fifth house, generally speaking, you just have to commit to personal growth, to being your best self, appreciating where you are going. Do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Allow yourself to be a little bit more selfish, but in doing so, you'll have more to contribute and give to the world. Be a leader. Be your higher self, okay? Contribution is the highest level of success. Oh, yes. Write that down if you have to, man. And affirm that every day. Remind yourself so you don't fucking forget it. Contribution is the highest level of success. Contribution is the highest level of success. I'm going to see what these cards are giving. For the Sagittarius. Mars in the eighth house. This is actually very interesting, man, because Mars loves the eighth. Mars has interesting issues in Cancer. If you want to know, I have a whole video on it linked in the description. And you have to be intentional with your life. Be powerful enough within yourself so you are strong with your power and don't do cruel things with your power. And I will just say that this strikes me, you guys having such this powerful Mars energy. Some people may be trying to hate on you, man. Some people might be trying to stop you. Some people might actually be trying to come into your life as an enemy to sabotage your path, try to block your blessings because they're jealous, because they're afraid, because they're stupid, they're ignorant, because they got a fuck ton of issues, man, and they have not decided to solve them. And the more you try to understand them, you may gain some wisdom, but understand, man, the blind can't lead the blind and stupid can't fix shit. So it's like when you really try to think in the mentality of these idiots, you might feel like there's something wrong with you because you start to identify an empath off of their confusion and their negligence. So watch out for that, man. Protect your energy, Sagittarius. Protect your energy. I got Pluto coming out. We got the goddamn death card. So hey, you guys have been going through a lot. You've been going through some shit, man. Pluto in the second is a trip, man. It can kind of be isolating, I will say. So I wish you guys peace and power and wisdom and love. I'm claiming that. That's what you say. I'm claiming that blessing. And this also tells me that you guys have been going through heavy transformation. You've been making a lot of sacrifices. You probably don't even recognize who you were 6 months ago or who you are right now. And this confirmation, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Pluto in the second house, Earth energy. Broke is a joke. It ain't funny. Tired, exhausted. Got to work on your health, man. If you're in debt to yourself, you can't buy shit. All right. Health is your wealth. So pay attention to your body, pay attention to your resource. Some of y'all need to stop being so reckless with your spending. And that's also the shitty thing about Venus in the 12th is it's over extended, exalted. And you guys probably keep buying too much shit you don't need with money you don't have. And that's why you're broke. All right. Save your money so it can save you. Simplify, reduce your expenses, go into your subscriptions and cut some shit, man. Tighten your belt a little bit. Work. Invest your money. Invest it in yourself, man, but also don't be just indulging needlessly. It's cool to have fun. It's cool to feel good. But at the end of the day, man, you got to earn these blessings. You got to earn this luxury, and you can't jeopardize your security to do that. Oh, and I'm hearing it in my heart, man. Some of y'all are just lazy as fuck and you don't want to work. And that's why you're broke. So get over it, man. Get over yourself. Get over this fucking entitlement. I'm sorry to break your heart because I know that's hard to hear, especially if you need to hear it. But please, for the love of God, quit complaining about shit you can change. You want to be free? Earn that shit, man. It comes with a price. If you're not living your best life, brace for it. You don't deserve it. Everybody gets what the fuck they deserve, man. You can't argue with that logic. That's the material universe. Okay? You can either complain about it or you can work within the parameter. You can't change the rules of the physical world. And karma is real, guys. So I just want to be very clear about this hard Saturn in your fourth house that you have to be a virtuous person and contribute to the world because if you keep trying to make money in shady, duplicitous, unscrupulous ways, the fastest thing you're going to get is karmic debt and more problems on your path as opposed to solutions and shit you got to pay off later. It sucks to be in physical debt, but imagine being in karmic debt, like the laws of the universe against you because you don't want to play with the game or get with the program. That's fucked up. All right. And we all have this shit, man. We all create our karma every single day. And this is, bro, you guys, your card is fucked up. Your chart is fucked up. That hairline's fucked up. I'm playing. I'm sorry. I'm just being a dickhead now. I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry. Genuinely sorry about insulting your visage. I just thought it'd be funny, and feel free to slap me mentally for doing that, okay? Feel free. I deserve it. But at the same time, if you can laugh at yourself, you'll go a lot further within life. But I got the magician in reverse for you guys, man. That's not a fun card because that says a lot of things, man. And the first thing I would say is that you don't think you create your life. You think that you are the result of all these causes, right? You're being reactive, not proactive. Okay. There's a lot that comes with this, and take it how it resonates. I'm speaking to myself on the center of the screen alone. So, like, nobody should take issue with me personally because I'm literally not talking to you, but at the same time, I'm talking to the world. So, you got to take what resonates, right? Okay. So, and I also suggest you never believe a message that doesn't empower you, right? And that's my intention, is to empower you all. So, be intentional with your life. I'm getting prayers unanswered, magician in reverse, unanswered prayers because you're praying for the wrong shit. Like, don't lie to God. All right. And drop the entitlement. You're entitled to one thing and one thing only, and that's your opportunity to earn. Remember that shit. You're entitled to what? Repeat that back. If you don't understand, rewind just a second because I just told you. What are you entitled to? There's only one thing, your opportunity to earn. Okay. And then, second of all, this is confirmation for the haters, man, that you have made some enemies on your path. And hey, I say, fuck yeah, dude. Because if you haven't, that says you're not really doing anything, are you? And maybe you never wanted these enemies to begin with. Maybe you came here in love and light and peace and joy, and it just baffles you that other people would have issues with that. To me, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that shit, to be honest. But this is confirmation that some people don't want to see you shine. Misery loves company, right? Some of these people are straight up miserable within their own lives, and they just wish someone would be miserable with them. And sometimes these people, it's so crazy, bro. It's Schadenfreude. It's Satanism. It's sadism. That's the word in English. Sadism. Sadistic ass people who get pleasure from other people's pain. And it's not like a personal coach. It's not like a trainer. It's not like, fuck yeah, do those push-ups and we're gonna get Chipotle after and you're gonna be swole. You're gonna thank yourself for the pain. No, it's like, I want to see you suffer because that brings me joy. This is hell. This is demonic ass energy. This is fucked up. There's no light here. There's no value in this. Okay. And these people are demons. And I digress, man. If you take time to work with spirit and invoke, some of the demons can actually be very profoundly angelic. Seriously. When you get through the illusion of duality and understand that there has to be light and dark for anything to exist in this form, you can realize that sometimes demons are not as bad as you think they are, and sometimes angels aren't as good as you think they are either. But I digress once again. This is bad people on your path. Motherfuckers suck, dude. And Mars in the eighth house, I don't know why you feel like you need permission from somebody to do this, bro. But hey, I'm giving you my permission, the universe's permission. You'll feel this in your skin. Your fucking body will start to get chills. Send the fucking curse. Send the hex. Bust these hoes down. Light the fucking candle. Do your spell work. Speak to the universe and say nothing to anybody in the physical world. When you do spells, you shouldn't tell anybody anyway. But do your protection magic, do your reversal magic, and watch bitches fall on their own fucking swords. They will be a casualty of your purpose when they try to interrupt it. Okay? Fight back against this fuckery. But let me be very clear, rules of engagement, strategy for war. You need tactics and strategy, because tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. You always have to work harder on building yourself than you do on destroying other people. Only destroy people when they genuinely interrupt your path. I'm not encouraging you to turn the other cheek and get slapped silly, but sometimes, man, people, and that's a biblical principle. Jesus said, turn the other cheek. In the modern day and age, that's our words a lot of times, like words. You know, somebody says, you ain't shit, you're a liar, you're fake, you're a fraud. That's said to make these people feel like less of a fake or a fraud. Sadistic ass idiots. Okay. And a lot of these people have fake fucking pages, no profile picture, never worked a goddamn day in their life trying to serve the world, trying to tell you how to care when they're apathetic as fuck. Don't listen to them. Just ask them a question and make them feel fucking stupid or ignore it entirely. But we're on the internet. My words are changing your life, hopefully, right? You've had conversations with people that have changed their life and vice versa. So there are times when people's words can actually hurt you. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Have you ever been the, I don't want to say victim, because I never encourage people to assume the identity of a victim. Have you ever been on the receiving side of a smear campaign? Have you ever been on the receiving side of cancel culture when your intentions were pure and you were innocent at heart? Words can absolutely hurt people. When narcissists can't control you, they want to see if they can control how everybody perceives you. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love how this golden flame is right behind me, dude. I feel lit as fuck right now, Fire Family. I'm sober too. Holy shit. You can't lie to the universe, man. And if people interrupt your path, man, get your justice. That's all I gotta say. Pray to the universe, pray to your higher self, see what's coming for you. Sword of truth on the bottom of the deck. Be fucking honest, man. These lioness people are gonna be removed from life. And we all make little white lies or say things that we don't mean and have to recorrect it later. But I'm talking about the people who deliberately want the world to suffer, these fucking sadists. These people are going to be fucking destroyed, man, or they're going to be forced into subservient positions with no fucking power and agency. They're going to have to be slaves in the kingdom of God. And don't get lost in the language. Understand the virtues I'm trying to say. Try to apply this esoterically into your life, man. Take it how it resonates, man. And also, it's like for you to judge other people, you have to abide by the same judgment as well, right? I'm gonna go a little bit further for y'all. It's this energy of blocking blessings. These people who don't contribute, they got this weird ass entitlement complex, and they want to do the least and get the most. That's fucked up. People think the world owes them something. It absolutely doesn't. You know, you guarantee advancement by sacrificing and giving to the world and recognizing it's not about you, but leading through example, building yourself up so you can be a person worthy of following. Okay. Sagittarius, that's a lot to take in. I love you guys so much. I hope something I said helped you today. Give because it's the right thing to do, but watch what people do with the gift. Not everybody deserves your gift or could appreciate it. So abstain from giving to the wrong people. And set boundaries, man. I can't emphasize that shit enough, Sagittarius. Set the right fucking boundaries, man. Because it's not all about hexing and cursing, man. That's not really my message today. But I'm telling you guys, like some of y'all have genuine opposition that has put itself in a place to stop you. And I'm fucking tired of this, man. And I'm gonna speak about this. It's 111 as I'm saying this. Spiritual bypassing. Motherfuckers are stupid. They think they're ascending, but they're actually pretending. They find shit that sounds cool, but it's actual delusion and it's fucked. And I've heard people say on my lives too. And if you guys have been saying this shit, shut the fuck up. Stop saying this. They say shit like nobody can ever hurt you. And I feel like on a principle level, that's genius because you are the universe. But it's like this energy, because it's usually in response to people saying, people will genuinely come to me in pain, in suffering, in fear. And they're like, how can I stop black magic? How can I stop people that are trying to sabotage my path? And the people trying to tell them that they can never be hurt have never gone through anything. They're fucking stupid. And you got to know, as above, so below. So it's like, if you think people can't interrupt your path with energy or magic, how the fuck do you think people get mugged? How the fuck do you think people get R charged? Do you think nobody can interrupt you? Or does power and cruelty just do what the fuck it wants? Be fucking for real. Quit spiritually bypassing. Be fucking strong in this world. Protect yourself from the danger because there is danger in this world, y'all. Nobody's safe. That's the illusion of Yesod, the illusion of the moon. It's cool to feel connected to the universe and know that you're part of something bigger and everything serves its place, but the illusion is feeling like you're safe and secure. Virtues and principles, man. I have a video on that, how to be a virtuous person and stop fucking up your own life. It's on my profile too. Climb the tree of life. I'm not trying to harp, man. It feels like I'm harping right now, but if I am, I need to put a harp on my Amazon wish list. Send me the harp, dude, and I will play it while I'm harping, okay? I'll learn how to play that shit. Oh, but I hate people leading others into harm because they're negligent and stupid. It's dumb as fuck. People assume the spiritual world doesn't work the way the physical world works. It's dumb and it's regressive. And I'm not trying to hate, but at the same time, I am. I want to be all love and light, but you can't fucking do that in a world of duality. I'm turned off this Holy Spirit right now, gang. Like the Divine Mother creates love and she creates evil and hatred and fear. And it's all the Divine Mother. Thanks, Mom. You bitch. I fucking love and hate you, bitch. Listen to Tiamat. See how she thinks about her kids. She's like, I love y'all so much. I'm gonna give you life, but y'all are so fucking loud and annoying. I'm about to eat you all. That's how the Divine Mother really is. All right. We're way off in the deep end. We're way off on Neptune right now, but still, hopefully, this is making sense to somebody. It's time to go to Capricorn, Sagittarius rising. And I know this was far out, but you're a Sagittarius. So that's beautiful. And hopefully, this is exactly as far as you needed to go. Last thing I want to say for Sag before I get into this next one, wish peace on yourself, dude. Wish peace on yourself and then wish peace on everybody else. And then just see how far your intentions actually go. And let those words reverberate into eternity. Give the world what you want to give, man. I'm not trying to get on my Gandhi shit, but like, hey, that dude was a G, a real fucking G. No pun intended. Capricorn was good. Capricorn was good. Hey, this is the full moon breakdown for Capricorn. And I'm talking sun, moon, rising, anybody with a prominent Saturn. I'm speaking to everybody's Saturn in their 10th house because we all have access to the 12 zodiac signs and you're deeper than your sun sign. So that's the thing that we got to understand is that there's more than 12 people in the world. You may identify as a Capricorn, but Capricorn exists within every one of us. You are the solar system. You are a sun. You are a star. Your body is a system that your soul made to incarnate, aka a solar system. Far out, man. So this is a double chart that I set up so I could have Capricorn on the ascendant and go through the Capricorn energy. So you'll see that on the inner wheel, we have the new moon that happened on October 2nd. And I posted a whole video breakdown, a whole reading for that for you guys. And if you're curious, pause the video and go watch it. It's linked in the bio and see how I go through all the 12 houses and the transits that led us up to this point, and then watch this breakdown for your full moon in the fourth house because it's hitting right down there. Okay. And this is actually very beautiful. The fourth house is the home of the moon. And this tells me that this cycle for you guys really is about peace and comfort and getting on your path and really being aligned with your true motion in the ocean. So I love this for you guys. That's a very powerful time. Let me tell you about the most beautiful things I'm seeing within your chart. First thing is the sun is in your 10th house and you guys are the 10th sign. So this tells me that you feel very powerful, hopefully, or you're intimately aware and the spotlight is on the parts of you that are neglected and needing advancement. Okay. So hey, it's like you're looking at the top of the mountain, goats, and it's time for you to row your motherfucking boat up there, okay? The moon in the fourth house is very beautiful. This tells me that, your intuition is leading you towards advancement. You got to trust yourself, feel your feelings. So here's the thing about the full moon, by the way, is the full moon, it's not good or bad. And really, the best thing about it is it gives us the opportunity to see the seeds we planted prior. And the full moon is full. No duh. But that means this gives us an opportunity to see if we are fulfilled within a certain energy. And this is your fourth house in Aries. So you happy at home? Do you have a stable home life? You feel close to people? Do you feel intimacy? Are you feeling your feelings in general? And there's a lot to get into, man. I know I'm just like like shotgunning questions at you right now. So to me, and Chiron is in the fourth house with the North Node too. So I would just say this cycle for you guys says a lot about your emotional healing. This could even reflect overcoming addictions, healing traumas, actually feeling your feelings as opposed to escaping and neglecting and suppressing. That's really fucking real, Capricorn. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. You gotta heal these addictions. They have no value. I don't know who needs to hear that shit, man, but I know it stands to reason. Somebody's Saturn got them beat the fuck down and they gotta overcome these addictions, man. You gotta fight that demon. You gotta get that monkey off your back, dude. It'll be the best thing you ever made in your life. Best decision you ever fucking made. I promise you. Okay. I'm gonna keep it a buck, dude. This chart, I mean, everything's energy, therefore it's neutral. What you do with it is what you do with it. It's sometimes kind of disempowering to look at it as good or bad. But as far as looking for beautiful things in the chart, the beautiful thing is you, Capricorn. The beautiful thing is you and your character and how far you've come. All right. And the full moon in the fourth is pretty congruent, but this is a very difficult chart. Let me be very clear. And this is again neutral, but I could say that this could be good and it's going to be good. The last good thing I want to say is Pluto going through your sign, Pluto ending Capricorn, saying that you've just conquered this personal development arc. And it doesn't stop. You're still going to keep evolving yourself and becoming your greatest version every single day, staying committed to the great work. And I'm talking every day, guys. That's what devotion actually means. It's not maybe Tuesdays if I feel like it. No, fuck that mentality. It's about locking in, living a life of integrity, recognizing you can only lead by example. So the person you are is the reflection in the example you give the world. Okay? Be serious about your life. It really does matter. And you're not going to want to feel like it all the time, or you're not going to feel like doing it all the time. Okay? So that's really important. Saturn in the third is actually pretty dope. It's again not good or bad, but what I like about Saturn in the third for you guys is that you're looking at the world very realistically, objectively. You're ready to learn. You're very curious about advancement and growing. The goat wants to go up the mountain. That's beautiful. As far as more persistent difficulties going on in this chart. And also, I want to say to backpedal, Pluto is going to move into your second house next month, and then it's going to be in the second house of Aquarius for 20 years. So get familiar with this energy and watch your transits and watch it go through this house. And also, if you have planets in the fixed signs, definitely be on the lookout for those because these are going to be deeply affected by this transit. And if you have planets in the air signs, they're going to be empowered and blessed by these planets as well, or the Pluto transit in Aquarius. So, you just got to use all this energy as your bitch, all right, and create the life that you want to live. If it harms none, do what thou wilt. In the tarot, this is your significator. So this is the card of Capricorn. I've pulled it to kind of get your energy out here, the devil card. Don't be afraid to be the adversary. This world is dualistic. You can't have light without dark, Capricorn. And that's really the meaning of the devil card. The material, it goes deeper than that, the material world. Persistent difficulties I see in this chart is that Neptune in the third can also be kind of confusing when it comes to trying to see the world clearly, trying not to get lost in the sauce, overthink shit, or fall too deep into illusions or fantasies. I see Mars in the fucking seventh house, not just the seventh, the fucking seventh. So Mars in the seventh just says that you have this desire for peace, this want to fight for others, but at the same time, you might not be too clear about what it is that you want, even. And this can also reflect open enemies and haters. Motherfuckers trying to oppose you. And you may feel like doing battle with people, or like you got dragged into a battle that you didn't even want to be in. So lock in, focus on yourself, man. Trying to get distracted with the hate. I see Jupiter in the sixth house, and this looks like getting on your own goddamn nerves because you're trying to expand your work. You're trying to expand your focus and expand the service you give to the world. And it also kind of feels like I have to learn everything and I don't have time to pick it up fast enough. So try to slow the fuck down, Capricorn, a little bit. I'm not trying to tell you to be lazy or succumb to inertia, but prioritization is going to be super key for you guys so you don't overextend yourself right now. And I'm going to circle this really quick because it's worth getting into that the angle won't really show up because it's in separation right now. But Jupiter and Saturn have been square for a big part of 2024. And they are going to be through the retrogrades of both of these planets. They're going to be reapplying to the 90-degree angle, and they're going to spend a decent amount of 2025 square as well. And this is a very important angle to pay attention to, Jupiter Saturn square, because I could talk you off about it. It's a little frustrating because Jupiter wants to expand and Saturn wants to contract, and they're coming both at a very intense time. And this can say that we might feel frustrated at our limitations and even try to act like there are none because of that resentment towards them. And that's not going to be healthy. So the challenge here is to, be responsible to cut back in some areas, but also invest in others. and to do this in a way that's non-disruptive to your path and goals. Okay. Very important. Can't stress that shit enough. What else we got going on? The rest is pretty beautiful. I will say Uranus in the fifth is kind of a trip. And Uranus in the fifth can kind of feel lonely, like an outsider. Like, who am I? Why am I here? What does the world even want me to do? It's time for you to shine, man. It's time for you to embrace your individuality and be a little bit different. Go a little bit um rebellious for a second. Don't be a rebel without a cause. Be a leader, okay? That's really the virtue to abide by. Because this also feels like wanting to crash out because you just want freedom beyond anything else. Freedom comes with a price, Capricorn. Remember that. You have to remember that you are part of this universe and everything you do affects the whole universe. So you got to do right by your own logic and conscience, okay? Easier said than done sometimes, right? But that's really what is given. That's really the point that you have to understand. So I'm gonna pull these cards and see what it's given for you guys, okay? One thing I'm called, Spirit told me, the thing about your 12th house, you guys have the 12th house of Sagittarius all the time. And what that essentially means, among other things, is that you really got to believe in this world. You really have to have faith in the future. Sometimes y'all are way too short-sighted and you have a hard time seeing the big picture. Not trying to be a dick again, but that's just kind of what it is. Pay attention to the way this world works on a deeper intrinsic and esoteric level and know that you're connected to something great and beautiful and beyond you. Because with Jupiter, like this is, hey, you have one of the hardest Jupiter transits right now. And that can say it might be even more difficult right now for you to see the big picture. So watch out for that right now, gang. You may have to dig a little deeper to find the faith, to recognize that luck is part of this. Count your blessings, and that'll make you feel a lot better. Even when you're not feeling grateful for your life, and a lot of you aren't, let me be very clear. I'm not trying to be a dick once again, but if the shoe fits, feel free to wear it. I'm talking to myself. You should never take anything I say personally, but I'm talking to people, right? You're not grateful for your life, and that's why it sucks so much. So grateful, so ungrateful, you want it to end. Stop that shit, dude. Give thanks. Somebody else would gladly take it. So be fucking thankful. That's a delicate message to give and to receive because some of us go through such shit that it's like, how could you ever be grateful for this shit? You got to rise above this self-pity and recognize that you create your own life. And I'm not asking you to spiritually bypass. Have compassion for your traumas. Have compassion for the bullshit you've experienced. But remember, you chose to experience this shit as a soul. And what's good for your soul might not always be good for your body or your ego. Okay. That's the cold message, but that's the truth. All right. I got the Knight of Pentacles for you, just saying you got to take the shit one day at a time, man. Slow and steady wins the race, man, but you just got to show up every single day. Knight of Pentacles. Take your time with it, man. But do show up every day. I can't emphasize it enough. When you don't show up, you don't win. You can't hit if you don't swing, right? You can't hit if you don't swing. Better swing. Hey, this is beautiful. Like I said earlier, dude, I was looking for the good things in this chart. The good thing is you, strength card coming out in the middle of your reading. And this just says, hey, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And you're still here, jabroni. You're still winning. You're still thriving. You might have a painful ass past and you might not be feeling it right now. You might be feeling kind of bummed out. But hey, you are the creator. You can create any motherfucking thing in your life. So you have to have goals, Capricorn. That's the sun in the 10th house. If you don't have goals, your life is going to lose its meaning. Have goals. Take the time. Hey, if you're not meditating, that's your message. Fucking meditate every day. Even if you feel like, fuck the excuses, man. I'm tired of hearing the excuses. I'm so fucking tired of them. I'm not even going to entertain them. I got ADHD too. Fuck your ADHD. Fuck your racing thoughts. Fuck the I can't. You're lying. Stop fucking lying. Meditate every day. Ooh, I know that hurts. Stop avoiding it, man. It hurts way worse when you avoid this shit and don't know where the fuck you're going. Raw dogging life with no fucking purpose. Stop that shit. Meditate every day. 10 minutes. Set the timer for 10 minutes. All right. And I'm telling you, thank yourself later. Don't even thank me later. Just thank yourself when you finally realize how fucking beautiful it is. And it's like some of y'all like, damn, why is he so hype? It's like I just keep hearing people lie to me over and over and over again. I can't meditate. I can't. My mind, my ADHD, fuck that. Excuses. Fuck your excuses. God bless your fucking strength and God damn your ignorance and your recalcitrance. I want y'all to be strong, man. That's the message here. Strength. The strong people don't want sympathy. Remember this. If you take only one thing from this reading, Capricorn, strong people don't want sympathy. What do they want? Strength. Okay? The strong do not want sympathy. So you got to stop seeking pity if you really want to live a great life. I don't know if you fast forwarded to your part of the video, if you saw the beginning of the breakdown, but I just want to be very clear, guys. By aggregate and definition, life is good, so we all get to have a good life, even if we were full of traumas and bullshit. All right? Everybody gets to have a good life and an average life. You don't have to try for that. But if you're watching this video right now, you are called to greatness. And it takes effort, it takes work, it takes a little something special to live a great life. It takes strength, it takes willpower, it takes focus, it takes sacrifice. And sacrifice is hard as fuck for people because it makes us feel like our life is not our own. You get me? So you got to make peace with the increase. Gain is change that requires sacrifice. I love you, man. I could be on a motherfucking forklift pushing boxes, making just enough money to pay my bills, eat pizza, and smoke weed and play PlayStation. I care about you enough to make this video. I could have cats in my apartment. I could be the happiest man in the world and say, fuck contribution. This is love, even if it feels like I'm harping or getting on your ass sometimes, okay? I just want you to recognize that. And I'm like, I digress, but just letting you know, guys, me personally, this Libra season, these lunar eclipses in Libra and the fucking Mars ruled full moon has got me saying, like, I am done being fucking nice. I love to be nice. I'm a Libra moon, but I've just seen myself spare the fucking rod and spoil the child too many times, man. And I also believe that if you can spare the rod, if you can spoil the rod, you can spare the child at the same time. But at the same time as that, it's like you can't condone irresponsibility. All right. At a certain point, boys got to turn to men, right? Or non-binary children got to turn to non-binary adults, or girls got to turn to women, or whatever you want to say, right? All right, gang. And the message I'm getting for Capricorn is you're not a loser. You just got to keep stepping. You take L's in life. They're lessons. You learn from them. You grow from them. As long as you don't give up, you're never gonna fucking lose, Cap. Remember that. Keep stepping. Keep moving forward with your heart open. But at the same time, this is a confusing message because y'all need to close your cup for certain people. This is the last card on your spread, the Queen of Cups. You can't seventh house Mars. Y'all are too fucking nice. Too fucking nice. Too fucking nice. Stop being so goddamn nice to people, Cap. Stop being so fucking nice. Be a bitch sometimes, man. Be nice when you want to, not because you think other people need it. Some people need kindness, and you may feel called to give it to them, but that should be your prerogative. You shouldn't let every energy into your experience. Same reason you lock your front door in your car, hopefully. Same fucking energy, as above, so below. Learn to close yourself off to the wrong energies because people do drain you, Capricorn. If you try to help everybody and be the best for everybody, you'll end up being nothing to everybody. So you got to think, who am I really trying to serve right now? Who am I really trying to help? Get very clear about it. And the riches are in the niches, man. So it's like, not only are you avoiding prosperity, you are spreading yourself too thin by trying to be everybody, everything for everybody. You end up being nothing. Am I exaggerating? Am I making sense? Hope this helps, man. I hope it helps. A lot to take in. But Capricorn, if you really care about your life, which it stands to reason that you do, the only thing between you and your goals is genuinely time. Remember that and get excited, man, because your life is going to get more and more beautiful the longer you live it. And I want you to say, I know it will. I know I will manifest all I desire in my life because I'm the shit. I'm going to back it up with that action. That's right. So now we're going to move into the Aquarius. We got two more signs. We got Aquarius and we got Pisces. Let's go to Aquarius. Let me find the star card. This is the breakdown for the full moon in Aries for the sign of Aquarius. I'm talking to Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, etc. Everybody's 11th house in Uranus is about to get cooked, even Saturn too. So I strongly recommend that you pause this video and hit the link in the description and watch the lunar eclipse breakdown for Aquarius that happened a couple weeks ago, where you can see that the lunar eclipse hits your ninth house, and that's the season that you're coming through. And this full moon hits your third house. And this is the chart. This is what's going on. I'm going to break it down for you guys. The full moon is an opportunity to be fulfilled and to check the seeds we've planted and how they're growing, how they're doing, okay? And the third moon or the third house full moon basically is just questioning, is life making sense to you? Are you having fun right now? Are you having a good time? Are you enriching your mind or are you distracted? The sun is going through the ninth house, which says that you're looking at the big picture, Aquarius. And that's a very beautiful thing because perspective is high, but also at the same time, you can be confused. You can have questions in life. And that is the meaning of life for you to ponder the mysteries, figure them out. The third house says connection. You know, do you feel at peace in your environment? Do you feel like you're moving forward? Where do you want to go? Curiosity. That's what the third house represents on some level. Beyond communication, it's your curiosity. Are you happy in your neighborhood? Do you need to get out more? Do you need to experience more and see what life has to offer? Or are you getting out enough? That's really the question. The third house, also, I want to say with Chiron up in this bitch. Chiron in the third, the North Node in the third. This says a lot about your mental health, Aquarius, and about you taking care of yourself. And counseling is to be considered, if not already being explored. To talk to a professional, be writing in your journal always, but definitely look to those that are trained to help you from a non-biased viewpoint that just wants to see you win and succeed. Get some therapy, work on your mental health. Know that freedom comes through the mind, not from the mind. So this thing that I've been seeing for a lot of the people within this cycle is about avoiding escape, avoiding retreat, avoiding self-sabotage. Good habits are super key right now, and you focusing on what supports your luck and blessings and not fucking off your time and being irresponsible. Okay? It's important to be free in life because that's your birthright. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Yes, indeed. So the human spirit wants to be free. So don't abdicate responsibility to anybody else, and then you'll be able to maintain that. Okay? So let me see what's good, what's beautiful in this chart. A lot of things, man. Libra season, life is beautiful. Sun in the ninth house, big picture, perspective. What else we got? I got Jupiter in the fifth house, and this says believing in yourself, trusting yourself, learning a lot about yourself. Try not to be too hard on yourself right now, Aquarius. I see Venus in the 10th, and that just says you're excited to grow. And you're probably well thought of right now by others in society. And this can be a really good time for your career, for you to really plant seeds and to work on your business. Mars in the sixth is pretty cool because that really amplifies your focus and, helps you. I'm saying it's cool. And I'm trying to be neutral, like real Aquarius about this, but there's, you got to take the good with the bad. Mars in the sixth is focus. It's the one to destroy limitations, obstacles, get on your P's and Q's. But at the same time, I just hear like fucking screaming in the car at the same time. Like Mars in the sixth is mad as fuck, hating on people, having people hate on us, contending with people. You really got to understand, Aquarius, when there's no issues within, no enemies within, there's no enemies without. Remember that. And Saturn is going through your second house. And this says that, money might be tight for some of y'all. Or, I mean, I'm not trying to be too dualistic, but that's the universe. Money might be tight for some of y'all, and some of you guys are more secure than you've ever been. It's really like that, but Saturn is really bringing financial issues up to be confronted, for better or for worse, right? Uranus in the fourth says that, you're freeing your heart. You may feel more connected than ever or more disconnected than ever. There's a lot of Aquarius, man. That's why I got to say it like this, for real. It stands to reason, man. 1/12 of every person in the world is an Aquarius. And there's a lot of different people in this world, right? So Aquarius is going through some shit, man, with Uranus in their fourth house. Interesting times for Aquarius, though, I will say, because Pluto is finishing Capricorn in their 12th house. And this says that a lot has been stirred up inside their unconscious. And for the next 20 years, this is a good thing, by the way. For the next 20 years, Pluto is going to be going through their sign. And that means personal elevation, evolution, development is going to be accelerated. And in with the new, out with the old. It's time for y'all to really boss up and be great. The universe is going to expedite your growth. So don't cling to shit that's dying or old. Embrace the new, Aquarius. And that's what you're built for, honestly. So I'm really excited for the times that we're living in at this point. It's going to be amazing. With great power, Pluto, comes great responsibility. All right. And Saturn, responsibility, is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So with great power comes great responsibility, Aquarius. And there's this need to be free in the human spirit, but there's responsibility that comes with leadership. All right. And you have to honor that, not just the rewards that come with being free or being a leader. Lead by example. You can never lead somebody somewhere you've never been. Okay. And that's the first thing to really understand, Aquarius. Lead by example. I'm going to see what these cards are giving for you guys. I also see, and this would be a quicker one too, but like Mercury in the 10th house has got you thinking about a lot right now. Thinking about the goals, thinking about the future. What are you trying to do? Sometimes you may feel kind of scattered, like your mind is all over the place. Like I could do this, 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 and this, and I have more inspiration than time to fulfill it. So prioritization is key, then sequencing, then execution. I want you, Aquarius, to think 10 times harder than you act and then work as hard as you can. Okay? How much could you accomplish if you did that? Damn, that's cold. You needed to hear it, didn't you? I hope so. Let's keep on going. One more shuffle and I'll see what it's given. Jupiter in the fifth is really serious, guys. You have to believe in yourself because if you don't, your life is going to get very frustrating. That's the secret ingredient, is just believing in yourself. I got the lover's energy for y'all too. So this is beautiful. I mean, this could be a sign that you found good people. You love yourself. Life is beautiful. You see the joy. You see partnership. And I love it for you. And this is funny. I'm seeing with the South Node coming through your ninth house in Libra right now. This could even be an indication that you may find some people in your life, soulmate connections coming through pretty soon. If you're not resonating with what I'm saying as far as like love in the present, this says love from your past. And it'll be connections that seem new, but they're certainly not. And you'll recognize it through the intimacy and the affinity you have for a person immediately. The Fool energy, man, this is interesting. And this is Uranus, by the way, in the tarot. So a new start, Aquarius, fresh slate, new beginnings. I mean, Pluto in your first house is certainly that. So get ready to reinvent yourself, man. This is a beautiful energy. Keep your head high, keep your bag light, and stay optimistic. Remember, your freedom comes through the mind, not from it. Don't feed the fear, feed the faith. You hear me? Don't feed the fear, feed the faith, Aquarius. What else I got? The death card in reverse. And that says Pluto going through your first is going to hurt a little bit. Okay. Get excited. If you keep identifying with pain in a negative way, you're not going to move forward on a growth mentality. Okay. Run that back if you need to. But yeah, you got to recognize that pain is gain. And looking for a life of hedonism or painlessness is not a life at all, man. Appreciate growth, appreciate strife, appreciate challenges. They all come with solutions. You don't want a life without problems, do you? That'd be the weirdest life ever to live. And your higher self would fuck it up. Your unconscious would fuck it up. You need challenges. They keep life interesting. And with you being an Aquarius, The highest nature that you have is best expressed when confronted with a challenge. All right. So remember that, man. Evolution is the only solution. Self-mastery is your only form of success. Seriously, you could be given all the power, the accolades, the beauty, the recognition, the fame, and the success. And if you haven't earned it internally, it means nothing. Some of y'all are not hearing what I'm saying. So you want to rewind that just a second. It's about becoming the right person. It's not just about being the right place at the right time, being the right person too. The operator, the commander, the emperor, being in full control of your domain at all times, living a life of intention. In this, there is two types of leaders. I'm going to be very clear because at best, astrology is a language. It shows meanings and archetypes. At An Aquarius is a leader at best. Okay. At worst, a rebel without a cause and a wanderer would just, fully selfish intentions. There's two types of leaders. You either lead for reward or you lead for responsibility. My question now is, which is the better leader? And I'll leave you to ponder on it, okay? I love you, Aquarius, so fucking much, man. Now demonstrate your love to the world with action. Only way to love, man. Fuck the bullshit. Quit talking about it, be about it. Talk about the things you've done as opposed to what you think all the time. And I'm not saying not to be inspired. I'm saying that we got to be about that action. Teamwork does make the dream work, and we got to talk about the dreams to manifest them. But at the same time, man, it's like example is the only way to lead. Don't just tell me, show me. Okay. And this is last but certainly not least, we got the Pisces full moon in the sign of Aries. And this is going to be hitting your second house of money. And the last lunation was in your eighth house, Pisces. So I strongly encourage you to pause this video and to go to the link in the description and watch the breakdown I posted for the new moon in your eighth house so you can see what energies brought you up to here. Get up to speed with that first. And then we'll do the breakdown for your Pisces ass. And I'm talking to the Pisces sun, moon, rising. I'm talking to everybody's 12th house and their Neptune, Jupiter as well. I'm going to read through the chart and then read through your cards. I'm going to show you what's good, okay? A lot going on with you guys. The full moon is an opportunity to become fulfilled. All right. And this also instigates or initiates a cycle of release and letting things go. So what we are meant to let go of, Pisces, is anything that's holding you back from your security. And that is the second house. All right. So this tells me that, bills may be piling up for some of y'all. You got to stop spending money you don't have on shit you don't need. Simplify your expenses. Stop wasting your fucking money. Stop wasting your time and your energy as well. Get healthy. Health is wealth. If you're in debt to yourself, you can't buy a goddamn thing. All right. So stop smoking and stop drinking and stop fucking off your time. All right. Eat high vibrational foods, touch grass, drink water, sleep well. All the shit you don't need me to say, but apparently I have to say it. Like, come on now. Eighth house sun. This is the beautiful thing about your chart. Let me show you is that the sun in the eighth says you're clearly focused on your power or you're just focused on your fears. So make it make sense, man. What do you want? Do you want to be powerful or scared? And let me also be clear that courageous people have to be scared in order to be labeled courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear. All right. It's victory in pursuit of it, in spite of it. All right. What else is beautiful in this chart? The sun in the eighth just says, doing your shadow work or avoiding your demons, one or the other. Because there's a lot of Pisces, man. And I'm going to try to give this as holistic as possible by being able to hit, 360 or at least a 180. Yeah. Focus on your evolution and self-development, Pisces. Keep working on your magic with the sun in the eighth house. You might be spending a lot more time by yourself, even though it is Libra season, or inspired partnerships is what I'm seeing there too. I'm also seeing Jupiter in the fourth house. That's beautiful. Your intuition is on point. Don't doubt it. All right. Recognize that your spirit guides are really talking through you. Invite them into your space more and work on cleansing and purification rites and rituals. And then you'll be able to go a lot further with that and do a lot more with that connection. Channel writing is also what I'm seeing for Pisces, is that you need to call on spirit and write in your journal at the same time. And just dump your fucking mind out, man. No spirit won't lead you astray. And sometimes your own disturbing thoughts have to be integrated in order for you to clarify them and remove them. And you might not like your thoughts, but avoiding your thoughts is just going to make them more disturbing. They only disturb you because you haven't clarified them. Come on now. Healing your traumas by communication. That's really what I'm seeing. All right. And let me be clear, guys. Full moon is in the second house. The second house has a lot to do with our body and our health and our resources and our self esteem. A lot of healing when it comes to your self esteem, who you think you are, even physical health, too. So I see a lot of healing. Also, I'm seeing Uranus in the third house, which is very beautiful. And this says that you're finding your inner brilliance, your genius, and you're freeing your mind. And this could feel mentally unstable. So you're not crazy, Pisces. You just have a lot going on internally. You're very busy right now. All right. And you just have to clarify your motherfucking thoughts. And also, your intellect can expand by using your ideas collaboratively. Like you might be kind of closed off right now with the sun in your eighth, but you may want to actually start sharing your message with other people and stop holding these all to yourself. Some people can't understand what you're saying because you either lack the ability to express it or they're on a different level of consciousness than you. Now, I'm not going to say better or worse, but yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe, man. The more you put yourself out there, you will attract people that understand you. You'll see it. I'm seeing, um, what is it? Venus going through your ninth. It's a beautiful time. I'm going to talk about that for just like 3 seconds and pass by it. Let me talk about some of the more persistent difficulties or, the challenges going on within your life. Before I do that, actually, two more positive things. And really, nothing in astrology is good or bad. It's just energy, and you can use it however you want to use it. But I also see, Mars in your fifth is a beautiful time because this is going to be focusing on you being more independent and powerful and having more creative control, having a new creative burst of energy, wanting to initiate more projects. That's awesome. I also see Pluto in the 11th, and I think this is actually very special. And Pluto in the 11th tells me that, while you guys may kind of feel isolated, and it's moving next month, by the way, you may feel kind of isolated or disconnected. You are really finding out who you are on a more deep individual level. That's awesome. Pluto's going to move into your 12th house, and that's beautiful because you are a Pisces. So for the next 20 years, gang, Pluto and Aquarius is going to have you chasing your dreams and really just knowing that you can co-create with this universe. But what you have to do, absolutely fucking must do, is remember creative visualization. The shit that you spend all the time imagining about or thinking about is what you draw into your life. So lock in and don't get so distracted, okay? Super key. And with the Mercury in the ninth, yeah, you might be all over the place, might be a little distracted right now. So lock in, man, and eliminate some things. Take some things off the table and make your life a little bit more clear and concise. And I also will say that as far as challenges, man, just Saturn in the first, man. Saturn is not the easiest anywhere, but first house Saturn feels like life is fucking rough for some of us. And does the world hate me? No, not necessarily, but it's teaching you how to be like uber responsible right now. And that feels very cold and unrelenting and dry. And you need more hugs for real. You need more compassion. You need more love. That's certain. And you got to stop being so afraid of life, and then life's going to get better for you. And I'm sorry to keep it a buck 50 because I know that probably hurt to hear for especially those experiencing it, but it's your fears that you're giving way too much power, and that's drawing negativity into your life. And you've also got this dualistic attitude of the universe and model for life that's got you wanting to strike first before you get hit, and you're attracting negativity because you're being a bitch. I'm not trying to be a dick, man, but it's like you're not actually wishing love on the world. You're wishing hate on the world. And you got to clear that up inside of your spirit. And you may feel like a victim right now because life hasn't really met your expectations. And you've also been giving it your best. And at times, your best isn't enough. And it's like really hard message to swallow. And it makes you feel like you're defeated before you get started. But no, life is giving you the opportunity to grow. So be grateful for that shit. Be thankful for your pain. Be thankful for your experiences because you wish for things, you dream about things, you ask for success, and spirit gives you the internal qualities that you need to maintain it. Like, don't think just because you pray for money doesn't fly by a random stranger in a top hat knocking on your door tomorrow that you aren't being listened to by the universe. You're being shown how to be resourceful. Therefore, you have the lack of resources. Do you see what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Translate that to your life, man, because you can get what you ask for. Let me put it this way, gang. Does it stand to reason that you're a good person? Like if God created you in his image or their image or his or her image or their non-binary image, does it stand, and if God is good and life is good, does it stand to reason that you're a good person? Yes, it does. All right. Does it stand to reason that a good person could manifest everything they desire in their lifetime? Yes or no? Yeah, bro. You can see there's people who have done it. Open your eyes and look, and you can see it. You'll be one of them. So yes, I will. Yes, you absolutely will. I know you will. Why wouldn't you? Because you trust the universe. You trust yourself. And that's the hard message life's giving you right now with Saturn in the first. Trust yourself, man. Trust yourself enough to stop walking on stilts all the time, man, and let your heart open and bring your shoulders back and slow the fuck down and stop stressing so goddamn much. Create the life that you want to live. This is your life. And you got to train your mind to feel the emotions that you want to feel. And this is again why I'm telling you, you absolutely must wield the power of creative visualization. I'm not telling you to be delusional, quite the opposite. And I will say, I digress. Sometimes, and I guess I'm not digressing because this is part of the point. You're delusional until it works. Then people want to, is like you have this vision that's independent to you, and until it manifests, nobody sees what you're doing, and they're judging you based on days, but you're judging yourself based on decades. And they're like, you ain't shit. You're not doing anything with your life. Or are you still got that little business? You still got that little whatever. And then you turn into fucking SZA or Lady Gaga. And they're like, damn, girl, how did you do it? I was always your biggest fan. No, bitch, you hated on me. You doubted on me. You made a fake page to fucking hate on me. You're weak as hell. You don't believe in yourself. And that's why you ain't shit. And you'll be able to have the last laugh because that shit ain't funny to you, man. You won't laugh. So you'll have the last laugh. And nobody's out to get you, Pisces. That's the thing I also need to let you know. Because like Mars, I don't know if you watched the beginning of this video or just skip to your part. Either way is cool. But let me just let you know, guys, Mars is very intense right now. And like hatred is at an all-time high. People can't people it's fucked up, man, because people can't hide their negativity, but they're certainly trying with this Libra energy. Manipulation is at an all-time high too. Don't buy it, man. Don't be a manipulative ass person, and do wish well in the world, and process your own frustration and your pains in your solitude. But do not let other people gaslight you, manipulate you, and be vindictive or cruel when you did nothing to them. Don't let them guilt trip you into playing into their victimization and entitlement. Fuck them. Tell them, fuck your feelings disrespectfully, go to hell. Suck my dick and go fuck off. Actually, don't even suck my dick. You're gross. Fuck you. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't even care if I get demonetized on this shit, man. People need to hear it, dude. You're gross. I have no fucking respect for you. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't fuck with you. You're cool. I wish you the best. I just don't fuck with you. Leave me the hell alone. That's the attitude, Pisces. That's the mentality. You get one chance to interrupt my life and then it's over. One chance. I don't have to second guess myself. I know where my boundaries are. Fuck you. Disrespectfully, fuck off. And I meant that from the bottom of my heart. Did that hurt your feelings? Boo fucking who? Go cry and get a therapist. Fuck you. And I meant that from the bottom of my goddamn Lilith, the deepest part of my heart. Fuck you and fuck your family. They should have raised you better, bitch. That's the mentality. Fuck you, fuck your mom, and fuck your dad. Y'all are weak as hell. We got to unify our family. Mars in the fifth house. All right. So, hey, first card I'm getting for you, Pisces, is the Fool in reverse. Y'all have been learning a lot. You're learning how to not be a dumbass, how to not create cycles of self-sabotage, escape, and victimization within your own life, how to get your own collaboration, own cooperation. I fucks with this, man. And it's hard because you guys are Pisces. You feel so fucking much. You take on your problems because you're a person, but then the problems of the fucking world, man. Atlas shrugged. God damn. This shit is hard. And I salute this, man. I've only had to give two salutes in these whole 12 signs. It was for you and Scorpio. Fucking salute. Salute, salute, Pisces. I fucks with you. I fucks with you all for real. Because we are one universe, but I just see like Pisces and the Scorpio been putting in a lot of fucking work for the world. And this world doesn't always thank you for it. And it's like, you got to thank you. All right. And you got to also recognize that, like, while you are intrinsically linked with the collective and you do have this gift of being able to empathize with the world, it's not your job to be putting out fires all the time. You're not here to save everybody. You're tired of feeling like a martyr. Just save yourself and serve the things that you know you can contribute to. And your people will come. You'll find ways to apply yourself in meaningful ways. You're not here to save the whole fucking world. The world can take care of itself, man. Remember that, Pisces. You need to truly understand that shit. The world will take care of itself. You just got to do your motherfucking part. Okay. On my south node, on my Jupiter Pisces, I'm going to tell you again, the world will take care of itself. You just got to focus on your money, queen or king or non binary being. Hey, if you choose not to identify with gender, more power to you. I think that's beautiful. But I just know, like, I like to speak to my kings and queens. And if I can't crown you with that, take the crown and just forget the title. Just take the crown, okay? Queen of Pentacles out here just says that you got to work on your money. You got to remember to be self-serving and not too self-sacrificing, okay? You got to organize your finances, man, and stop neglecting the demon, like the fear. And remember that money is intrinsically linked to survival. So when we have financial issues or disarray, the moment we want to pay attention to it, we go on fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So, like, be brave enough to look at that shit. Look at it. Open up your bank account, even if it makes you feel sick. Look at it so you can fix it. Okay. Write down all your debts, write down all your expenses, go through the month, write down every monthly expense, put it on paper. Some of y'all, I feel it in my throat. You need to hear this shit, man. I'm sorry that it's this frustrating, and I hate this because not only is it linked to survival, it's also linked to self-worth too. And it's like it makes you hate yourself because you got in this position, and it also make you hate the world because why the fuck is it like this? Like, I don't know, man. We'll figure that out later. But first thing we're gonna do is get you paid. All right. First thing we're gonna do is stop the bleeding. We're gonna stop the leaking. Go cancel some subscriptions. Like, look at the recurring payments, man. I'm hearing Rocket Money. I've never used that app, but I've also seen that it helped a lot of people. I think you like, I don't know if it works this way because again, I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure you just like link your account to it and it shows you everything you're paying for on repeat. They should sponsor me or some shit, dude. Damn, and multiple income streams, but also don't be lazy, man. This is another thing I'm seeing with the Pisces energy. It's like it's easy to be overwhelmed and feel like you don't have energy to do shit. Don't be lazy. Discipline is the virtue that's required to get off this bitch. Some of y'all are like, I want to go home. I'm tired of Earth. Bitch, you are home. Wake up a little bit, dude, and recognize descension is ascension. You descend into matter so your spirit can actually have an experience. You want to go back to God's kingdom, you feel homesick. You're never going to go back if you don't understand Earth. That's cold, man, but you can't escape. The only way is through. Okay. Some of us have been stuck here too long. Discipline. If I could simplify your reading in one message, Pisces, it's discipline. In one word, it's discipline. That might not be the sexiest message or the sexiest word, but it's your life. So make it sexy, make it beautiful, enjoy it, discipline, take care of yourself, recognize the gifts. Some of y'all don't value yourself enough. Don't respect yourself or your time. Respect yourself more and love yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that you deserve things. But don't be so far in this deserving energy that you reach into entitlement because that's not fair. This world owes you nothing. Okay. And that's the message you also need to receive. The world owes you nothing. The only entitlement you have is the opportunity to earn. That's all you're entitled to. Okay. And think, free yourself with your mind. Some of y'all need to get on this internet. The same device, like computer or phone you're listening to me on, is the one that you're going to make big bucks on. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Your Shopify going to go crazy. I'm telling you, you'll free your time. Does it stand to reason that you could connect with people through the World Wide Web where there's multiple hundreds of millions of people and that you could serve at least fucking 10 of them and monetize a service or your time or sell a product or something like that or use your genius? Bro, there's literally people like learning skills on YouTube, monetizing their skills on the internet. All you need is the internet to free yourself. Uranus is in your third house, man. I think what it is like I'm feeling in the Pisces, y'all need to open your heart, man. And I'm not trying to harp, but open your heart because I just feel too much fear. And that does feel like Saturn in the first house. There's just too much fear here, man. You got to feed the faith, not the fear. You need to take care of your body more as well, because if you're not active, you're not moving around, your energy is going to start to stagnate. You find atrophy and inertia. And that just means not only are you getting worse because you're not moving, it's harder for you to move because an object at rest wants to stay at rest. So it's like downward spiral energy. Get off that path right fucking now, man. I'm telling you, if you feel like I'm cooking you right now, I need you to do 10 push-ups before you go to bed. At least fucking try. I remember the time when I could not do 10 push-ups in my life. Gang, I'm gonna tell you a story for a second. When I was in elementary school, my science teacher was he went through the army basically, and he started teaching science. And shout out Mr. League. I love Mr. League. And it was like kind of a traumatizing experience, but I think for like candy or rewards or whatever, or even discipline, he'd have people work out a little bit as well. And he would even sometimes do the gym classes and stuff. And I remember him having me do 10 push-ups in front of the class, and I couldn't even fucking do 10. And the embarrassment I felt and how fucking weak I felt. And it's like, dude, I do hundreds of push-ups a day now. And you know, the only way to grow is to raise your standards, to actually try and to push yourself. And you'll never know where your limit is till you push yourself. And if you can't get to 10, you just get on the ground and start stretching a little bit, you know, start moving your body, start working through the inertia, make momentum, okay? Really important. Ace of Wands. It's super important that you raise your energy, Pisces. I can't emphasize enough. That's going to make you feel more happy. Page of Cups down here. All right. And pull another card for the Pisces right quick. Little 3 card spread for you. 5 of Cups, man. So y'all need to cry some shit out. Be more honest too. I saw the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. 5 of Cups says you guys are going to have to really let that shit out. You grow through what you go through. Don't neglect your feelings, man. Truly don't neglect them. Focus on how you feel, because connection is direction. Your emotions are speaking to you right now. Okay. I forgot to say this, but it's very powerful, very prevalent in the chart that Mars is square to Chiron right now. You can see it. In this chart, it's the second house Chiron, fourth or fifth house Mars. A lot of healing, man. We got to focus on this healing, and it might not be easy, but it's absolutely going to be worth it. And that's a little bit somber, a little bittersweet. I want you to keep the heart of a child, man. Stay innocent, stay pure, stay free. Keep creating in your life and know that you can imagine. And that's your ticket to freedom. I see the Hermit out here on the top and bottom, Hermit with the 2 of Pentacles. Keep on healing. Habits are super key. And there are going to be some changes that you need to make with the 2 of Pentacles out here. Your habits build your life, man. So think about the person you want to be, and then think about what do they do every day. Do they sleep in till the fucking evening and smoke weed all day? Do they isolate from the world? You know, what is it? I don't know what you want basically, but just, think about it. What do you want to do? What a person do you want to be? What do they do every day? I got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, when you cry, bro, when you bottom out this pain, you'll find the pleasure. Oof, dude. Oh, oof. This world is yours, Pisces. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. I want a little bit extra for you guys as opposed to the 3 card reading. This world is yours. Open that heart and know that you are a divine being, a goddess on earth, a god on the earth. Gender doesn't really matter in this tarot deck, but I just want you guys to know that your life is blessed. May you manifest all you desire in your lifetime, Fire family, especially with your Pisces soul. My dreamers out there, man, know that it's coming. If you made it to this point in the video, I want you to put in the comments, it's coming. Put a fire emoji too, so I know that you see it, all right, with clarity, with vivid detail. This life is yours. You can create anything. So when you are intentional with everything in your life, all of your intentions are going to manifest. Believe that. I love y'all.